The ants dug a hole in the boy's neck and then lived in his body. In order not to let the students find out, usually he can only seal the hole with a band-aid. Because of the appearance of these ants, Shenyi's food intake has greatly increased. You have to eat all the time. At the same time, it also brought great strength to Shenyi. No matter how ferocious the bug beast is, it can be easily defeated, although he hides it well. But it was also investigated by the Reapers. Just now, he killed a terrifying bug beast on campus after Shenyi let the ants in his body eat the carcass of the bug beast. And here comes the Reaper division. Looking at the dilapidated scene, the two hunters couldn't help but sigh that they had prepared for so long in vain. From the traces of the scene, it is not difficult to find that this is a battle between two bug beasts. But bug beasts basically don't kill their own kind. What happened between them? Then the captain suddenly remembered something. The female bug beast that appeared in the alley 2 days ago. The only survivor said it was killed by a black ant boy. Just at this moment, staff informed the captain. The wounded rescued by the bug beast woke up. Soon the two came to Nami's side. Nami recounts what happened at that time. It was a man in black armor who saved him. Are you sure it was a human who saved you? Nami is not sure. But that man in black is definitely different from other bug beasts. With a simple inquiry, the captain thinks that this man in black should know Nami. So he asked Nami if any students were not present at the time. Nami replied that there is indeed one. At that time, only Shenyi left school on time. At this time, Shenyi had already returned home. Grandma came to welcome you as soon as possible. Let him come over for dinner to see such hearty food. Shenyi was a little helpless because he has just eaten a whole bug beast. He could only tell his grandmother that he had eaten it. Grandma was surprised when she heard this. Immediately asked Shenyi with concern if he was injured. Shenyi just felt that he had let down his grandmother's wishes. Grandma said that as long as people are okay, get a good rest now. After watching Shenyi enter the room, Grandma can't hold it anymore. Tears flow unconsciously. Why let my children suffer like this? At this time, the ants outside the window crawl into the window in an orderly manner. Shenyi lay quietly on the bed, listening to reports of school bugs during the day. Let those ants drill into the hole in the neck one by one. At this time, in an abandoned construction site in the suburbs, several soldiers came here looking for the missing child. The leader carefully directs everyone to climb the stairs. He was stunned when he saw what was going on in the room. I saw things like silkworm cocoons hanging in the air. At this moment, another car came here from outside. There are people from the Reaper squad sitting inside. The hedgehog in the driver's seat is a little impatient. I don't understand why the superiors sent those soldiers out. Bug on the other side made him think about it. After all, their department is still reviewing. The police are present and have priority to investigate. Just at this moment, the car communicator sounded for support. Just now, the soldiers were in a hurry to save the children. I put the cocoon down without authorization. The leader opened the cocoon and took a look. It really is a child inside. The teammate hastily opened another cocoon, just when he was in doubt. A hole was pierced through his head in an instant. A humanoid mosquito beast appeared in front of everyone. The leader looked at the bug beast and didn't slow down. Another teammate hurriedly fired at the bug beast, but the bug beast instantly turned into an Opterimage and disappeared. When he reappears, has penetrated through the teammate's body. Then the bug beast immediately turned around, stabbed at the leader again. Suddenly, a gunshot interrupted the bug beast's attack. The hard needle was also pierced by the bullet. It turned out to be on the signal tower in the distance. Bug had been waiting with a sniper rifle for a long time, but this bug beast is too fast. He missed the mark. The bug beast that was attacked was extremely angry, and he goes back to the leader. Fortunately, the hedgehog appeared in time, blocked the bug beast's attack, then he hit the bug beast with a stick. The bug beast is heavily embedded in the wall. Take this opportunity. The captain asked someone to leave with the child first. How could the bug beast give up its food so easily? He rushed at the child angrily. When the captain saw this, he just lightly spit out a mouthful of green smoke. The bug beast that smelled the cigarette fell to the ground instantly. Then the captain asked, "What is your purpose in arresting these children?" The bug beast yanked off the needle, said it was food prepared to destroy black ants. The two of them didn't quite understand what he was talking about. While the two are not paying attention, the bug beast spat out several darts from its mouth and shot at them. The captain exhaled smoke again. The dart miraculously stopped in midair. The hedgehog also waved the stick in his hand to block the attack. The bug beast knew it was no match for the two. Take this opportunity to fly out the window. Seeing this, the captain quickly reminded Bug to snipe, but Bug wasn't experienced enough. Several darts fell to the ground. The two people in the room could only watch helplessly as the bug beast escaped. On the other side, Nami is sitting on the ants in the park. Looking at the glasses that were honored on her phone, she couldn't help but get angry because her best friend Shijin was disfigured and lying in the hospital. It was because the glasses tugged at her. Suddenly a boy wearing a mask appeared, startling Nami. But then she was given a loving education by Nami. The boy can only cry and go to his mother to complain. Obviously very ladylike. Why is there such a troublesome brother? When Nami turned back again, I found out that Shinji came here at an unknown time. Shinji also noticed Nami on the side, so the three of them sat down and ate ice cream together. After eating ice cream, my brother went to play with another child. The boy accidentally kicked the ball off the field. My brother said he was going to find the ball with the little boy, and I followed him through the hole in the isolation net. Shinji seems to have noticed something. Tell Nami to wait here, off-grid. Shinji held down his younger brother who was about to climb out. Let him go back to his sister. I was looking for something in the woods. Soon he found another little boy holding a football. The boy thought he had met his own kind. Come forward and say hello kindly. Shenyi ignored the boy. He ripped a band-aid off his neck. Suddenly, the dense ants crawled out of Shenyi's body. The boy looked shocked, looking at Shenyi wrapped in black ants. And he recognized this fellow hunter, the black ant. The boy broke the football in his hand in anger, then accused the black ant of various crimes. You're breaking the bug beast rules. How dare you attack your own kind? I can't kill you. After saying that, the boy gathered his strength in place. The body disappeared in place in an instant. Only the shattered mask remains. The boy at this time has become a mosquito monster. He rushed to Shenyi. Shenyi didn't have time to dodge. Shot in the head, inside the broken armor, showing half of Shenyi's cold face. The black ant was injured with a single blow from the bug beast. It's inevitable that the heart will swell. Looking at the motionless Shenyi, bug beasts shuttle back and forth around him. Show off his speed. Shenyi scratched his head indifferently. Then the bug beast hit the ground with one punch. Then Shenyi walked out of the jungle after coming to Nami's side. He told his brother that the ball had been found. People were also sent away. Little did he know that the bug beast was being slowly enjoyed by Shenyi's ants. Due to the bug beast incident in Shenyi's class before, 1 week after suspension, they were reassigned. They were back at school. In the school classroom at this time, Glasses is still bragging about how brave they were. I completely forgot that he was the one who dragged Shijin into the abyss. Nami on the side can't wait to step forward and give him a kick, but the cool girl sitting next to him couldn't take it anymore. He stood up and kicked the belly of the Glasses. Glasses was taken aback by his actions. The girl said viciously, "You are so noisy." Nami learned from everyone's discussion. The girl is called Yunhua. No one dares to provoke in the class. Just as Yunhai was about to go out, he was blocked by the oncoming Shenyi. They're looking at each other. Both sides seem to be sensing something. After a long time, Shenyu was the first to enter the classroom. She sat down next to Nami, then eat a snack, while listening to each other talk about the cool behavior of Yunhu. Suddenly, Shenyu noticed that there were bug beasts nearby. When Na didn't want to invite Shenyi to dinner at noon, but found that the other party had long since disappeared. At this time, Shenyi had climbed over the wall and left the campus. On the other side, two harvesters are on their way to school. They couldn't find any sign of the mosquito beast anywhere, and there have been no more missing children. Little did he know that the mosquito beast had been eaten by Shenyi. At this moment, Shenyi suddenly rushed out of the alley, just hit the captain, looking at Shenyi's anxious look. The captain is thoughtful, but not pursued. Then the two continued walking towards the campus. In fact, the purpose of their trip is to find Shenyi. When they found Nami, Nami told them that Shenyi had just gone out. The two also realized, the student I met just now may be, so they took out a business card and handed it to Nami. I hope he will be handed over to Shenyi. Then he left here in a hurry. Same time, under a viaduct, a humanoid praying mantis clings to the wall. He seemed to be waiting for someone in the dark. Soon a figure slowly appeared. It was Shenyi, the black ant. Shenyi followed the smell to find the mantis beast. See the target appear. The mantis also slowly fell from the wall. Then he waved to Shenyi. It seems to be saying that you can bring the horse over. Shenyi didn't talk nonsense. The legs suddenly exerted force directly towards the praying mantis. But Shenyi's attack was not only easily diffused by the mantis, his arm was also sent flying and deformed by the sickle. Then the mantis kicked Shenyi heavily in the chest with its hind legs. I didn't wait for Shenyi to stabilize his figure. The mantis charged at him again. As everyone knows, this is a flaw deliberately released by Shenyi, and I punched the praying mantis in the face. The battered mantis swings its body like a puppet. It was weird. Shenyi was also a little confused by his actions. After careful observation, Shenyi suddenly found his ants floating behind him. Someone must be controlling the mantis beast with silk thread from behind. To confirm your guesses, he disperses some of the ants in his hands, then threw it hard at the praying mantis. Facing the flying ants, the praying mantis is unmoved. But those ants weren't meant to attack him in the first place. I saw the ants crawling up along the silk thread. The operator behind the scenes can only cut the silk thread when he sees this. The mantis beast also fell to the ground with the disconnection of the silk thread. Just as he looked at the silk thread in his hand suspiciously, unexpectedly, the body of the mantis beast moved again. His head suddenly turned sharply towards Shenyi. Then he opened his mouth to reveal the bomb that was about to explode inside. The smoke from the explosion instantly drowned Shenyi. Then the two bug beasts came out from behind the scenes. At this moment, Shenyi leaned against the wall with difficulty, obviously a lot of damage. Shenyi looked at the momentum emitted by the two bug beasts. I'm afraid it's more or less doomed this time. Among them, the silk ant stepped on Shenyi's shoulder with its front foot. Finally, let us catch you. Don't you like to protect humans? Did you kill the mosquito beast too? Facing enemy inquiries, Shenyi chose silence. At this time, the explosive ant beast also came over. Just because you cost us tender meat, you have to pay for it. As he spoke, Explosion Ant raised its arm and aimed at Shenyi. But I didn't expect Silk Ants to shoot in advance. He kicked Shenyi in the head. However, he found that Shenyi's body was not inside. It's just an empty shell. The explosive ant on the side suddenly reminded him to be careful. It turned out that Shenyi, who had taken off his armor, had already jumped over them, hit the head of the silk ant hard, toe force after landing. The body quickly rushed towards the explosion ant. Shenyi's movements are flowing in one go. The explosive ants retreat again and again. In the end, it couldn't withstand Shenyi's attack. Took a punch. However, the explosive ants also took advantage of the situation to retreat. Shoot the cannonball in his hand at Shenyi. This shot hit Shenyi firmly, but the armor on the arm blocks most of the damage. Shenyi knows that he must never give the other party a chance to breathe. Raise your fist again and swing it at the explosion ant. But just when the fist was still a few centimeters away from the explosion ant, the arm is tangled with a few thin blue wires, no longer able to move forward. It turned out that he was controlled by the silk ants behind him. Then the silk ants jump into the air. The body keeps spinning. Use thin threads to pull Shenyi towards himself. Last super roundhouse kick. Kick Shenyi hard in the head. Although Shenyi blocked the blow with his armored arm. However, the huge impact still caused blood to flow out of his mouth and nose. People also flew out dozens of meters away. Finally, Shenyi knelt on the ground. Explosion ants take advantage of Shenyi's temporary loss of consciousness. Aim the energy cannon in his hand at his head. The charge is about to end. Shenyi suddenly woke up. Shenyi, who felt bad, immediately shouted at the place of the armor. Move! The black ant quickly decomposed after receiving Shenyi's order. Then it turned into a black substance and converged towards Shenyi's place. But at this time, the charge of the explosion ant has been completed. He pulled the trigger on Shenyi's head without hesitation. The target of the explosion turned out to be the bottom of the bridge above. It turned out that the hedgehog came in time, changed the trajectory of the cannonball with a stick in his hand. He mocked me afterwards. Is this to welcome my fireworks? Then he waved the stick in his hand to force the enemy back. The two bug beasts got together as if they were enemies. Because the leader of the Reaper squad is also here. Let me be your opponent, you trash. It's not easy for explosive ants to detect this person. He pulled a ball out of the barrel. The two of them felt bad when they saw this. I didn't wait for the two to react. The explosion has smashed the ball to the ground. A large amount of thick smoke instantly enveloped several people. The silk ants took the opportunity to drag the explosion ants and flew away. The hedgehog complains that these flying bugs are disgusting. The captain froze in place with an embarrassed face. But luckily, I caught the black ant. But when the tick came forward to arrest, and the black ant was gone in the blink of an eye. Night comes. Shenyi dragged his injured body, slowly walked towards home. The first thing I do when I get home, let Grandma prepare a table of delicious food. Looking at Shenyi, who was covered in injuries, Grandma wept. While asking if you didn't eat anything today, Shenyi did not hide anything. I didn't catch any today ... so I'm going to eat more. Even though he knew it wouldn't help. After dinner, Shenyi returned to his room. The first thing is to lock yourself up. And he started screaming. It's like facing great pain when it rips off its shirt. Her body was covered with red dots. These red dots spread out at a rate that's visible to the naked eye. That's why the ants inside are eating its flesh, except for bugs. Human food doesn't satisfy them. The mental and physical torture made Shenyi miserable. At the same time, in an abandoned factory building, a mysterious woman wearing a protective suit dragging 3 body bags. She put these 3 body bags in the freezer. Just as she was about to put the last one in, the person in the bag was found calling for help. But she still put it in the freezer, no matter how they scream. She still closed the hatch ruthlessly. Afterwards, she went to the warehouse to return the protective clothing. This person is the cool favor of Shenyi's classmate. There is an old man next to Yunhui. Uncle is complaining. It is because of the appearance of the Reaper squad. They didn't catch the black ant. As a result, he failed to form an alliance with the Celestial Worm organization. And you can see here that ... they are the two bug beasts that ambushed Shen Yi during the day. Then the uncle said to increase the food reserves. But this was rejected by Grace. He doesn't like doing this kind of thing. But the uncle suddenly realized, Yunhui wears the same school uniform as the black ant. Do you know each other? Grace knocked off the uncle's arm. Hastily deny. The uncle said it doesn't matter. As long as they are in the same school, have a chance to kill him. And Huey refused again? That's not what he wants. I didn't wait for him to finish. The uncle grabbed Huey's neck. He reminded Grace, want to cooperate with the Celestial Worm organization. We must get rid of the black ants. At this time, the barking of dogs outside suddenly attracted the attention of the two, looking out the window. A man with a number on his body is running out. Uncle immediately called up the monitoring, found this person running out of the freezer. Uncle looked back at Yunhui. Did you forget to lock the door? Yunhui's hesitant answer maybe. After the uncle heard it, his right hand began to insect and walked towards Grace. You'd better tell the truth. Grace immediately expressed her resignation when she saw this, to part ways with the uncle. I saw the uncle gently buttoning his thumb on his index finger. At the same time, the man running away from the house stopped. The chest shines faintly, and then the man is drowned in the explosion. Then the uncle raised his thumb again. The same light appeared on Grace's chest. I saw the uncle say coldly, kill the black ant. This is an order. Noon the next day, Shen Yi eats in the cafeteria like a starving ghost. Nami on the side feels that Shen Yi is eating more than usual. Shen Yi completely ignored the eyes of others, desperately trying to put food in my mouth. Suddenly his pupils constricted. The spoon also fell to the ground, because the ants inside him began to eat his flesh and blood frantically again. Look at Shen Yi's uncomfortable look. Nami couldn't help but worrying. At this time, the nasty glasses came to die. Shen Yi, what's wrong? Are you a pig, eating so much alone? Nami on the side wants to help Shen Yi out of the siege. He usually eats enough for 10 people. Most people can't eat it for 10 people, right? Or are you not human at all? The people around also cast strange eyes after hearing it, including the favor that comes in later. The glasses haven't realized the seriousness of the situation. Crazy ridicule Shen Yi. Little did he know that he was already on the verge of going berserk. Just at this moment, another ant plunged into Shen Yi's flesh. Shen Yi's body shook, grabbed the babbling eyes, then slowly lifted him into the air like a chicken. Just as Shen Yi was about to kill the glasses, Nami, who was behind him, stopped him just in time. Shen Yi, who regained his sanity, threw him out and left without looking back. In a blink of an eye, he ran to the roof. At this time, the ants in the body run out uncontrollably. Shen Yi roared in pain. They flocked together to form another head. Want to compete for control of Shen Yi's body. At this time, Huizhen suddenly appeared behind Shen Yi. Do you want everyone to know that you are a black ant? She said she meant no harm. One side of the body begins to animalize. You see Hyjin completely bestial. Shen Yi's hunger is getting stronger and stronger. Then he rushed towards Hyjin uncontrollably. I saw Hyjin put her hands together, then condenses blue threads in the hand. The two instantly scuffled together. Battle is imminent. The screen changes. Shen Yi slowly opened his eyes, but found that his body was crawling with ants. The limbs are also firmly gripped by 4 huge ants. Just as Shen Yi roared in pain, an even bigger ant slowly appeared behind Shen Yi. The giant ant aimed its pliers at Shen Yi's head, just as he was about to stab his fangs at Shen Yi. A red ant suddenly jumped out from the side to save Shen Yi. In a blink of an eye, he wiped out all the black ants. When he woke up again, I found myself lying in bed, and the pain is gone. He only remembers meeting the favor of turning into silk ants on the rooftop. I learned it from my grandmother. It was Grace who carried herself back last night. It looks like Hugh was hurt a lot too. Shen Yi had some doubts after listening. Why is Yunhai still alive? Its own ants quiet down. Isn't it because of eating favors? Suddenly, Shen Yu noticed again that there were bug beasts nearby. The picture of the uncle came to mind. He couldn't hear what grandma was saying to him at all. The bad uncle asked out the favor, immediately blamed him for making a mess. Yunhui said she has tried her best, but the bad uncle is not satisfied. Let him deal with the black ant ASAP. Yunhui was immediately furious when she heard the words. That guy is a monster. You want to be awesome. I don't want to die. Sir System's eyes lit up instantly after listening. But this is the moment. The sound of footsteps behind them interrupted their argument. I saw a dark shadow slowly walking out from the bottom of the bridge. The person who came was Shen Yi, the black ant who followed the smell. The two were like enemies. Instantly turn on beast mode. Don't let me down this time. The uncle just finished speaking. Yunhui rushed up first. Yunhui raised her right leg and kicked Shen Yi hard. However, this blow was easily diffused by the opponent. At the same time, Shenyi's ants quickly gathered in his hands. The huge fist hit Yunhua fiercely. The power of this punch directly broke Grace's armor. Hurt hit Grace clearly realizes that this guy is strong again. But Shenyi did not continue to attack Grace. Instead, he walked towards the explosion ants. But Yunhua suddenly grabbed Shenyi's feet from behind. "You're feeling sorry for me. Have pity on me." Then he shouted angrily at Shenyi, "If I can't even catch you, how can I avenge the bugs?" At this moment, the explosive ant slowly raised its thumb. "Thanks, you really are like a poor bug now." See the action of the explosion ants. Yunhua panicked, yelling for him to stop. Explosive ants see that the favor has no value. "Tell the truth. Do you think I will really avenge you? Everything I did was to join the Skyworm organization. The grace of knowing the truth, crazy roar. I've done so many dirty things for you. In the end, can you only die unwillingly?" Exploding ants don't want to listen to his nonsense. Then you press your thumb. But at this moment, Shenyi suddenly disappeared in place. The explosive ants can't see Shenyi's location at all. But then there was a sudden explosion next to Yunhui. A black shadow flashed by in an instant, quickly running towards the explosive ants. The explosive ants laughed. "You can't get out of my heat wave minefield," but soon he stopped laughing, because the impact of the explosion could not catch up with Shenyi's speed at all. Explosion ants don't see well. Shoot the cannonball in your hand at Shenyi. But Shenyi easily escaped his attack. Then the explosion ant prepares to press the thumb, want to detonate the bomb on Yunhui to attract Shenyi's attention. But before he could react, Shenyi grabbed his arm when he wants to press. I found that my body was out of control, because Shenyi has taken off his head when Yunhui saw Shenyi again, and found that he had evolved a whole new form. Grace was also shocked by Shenyi's strength. The explosive ant that kept pinching himself was solved by him like this. Shenyi looked at his body thoughtfully, and so what he does is he gives instructions to the ants. "Eat him." The voice just fell. Shenyi slowly recovered his body. An ant that hasn't eaten a bug beast for 2 days. Start eating the bodies of the explosion ants like crazy. Yunhai's eyes widened in horror at this cruel scene. At this moment, Shenyu also walked to his side. Looking at him coldly, Yunhua closed her eyes, waiting for death to come. But Shenyu did not attack him, walked directly past him. However, Grace does not like anger. "You guy, do I have other plans to keep it? Do you want to fight against the Celestial Worm organization like me?" Shenyu stopped when he heard the words. "Go back and ask lightly, what happened to us on the rooftop?" Yunhui was a little confused when asked, "Did you really forget?" It turned out that the two were dueling on the rooftop. Shenyu beat Inhui down in 3 strokes. At this moment, Shenyu was frantically suppressing the black ant's desire to eat, but he still broke free and rushed to the favor. At this critical moment, Shenyu grabbed the black ant's neck in time. "Stop! This is not edible! You can't eat the food you see in your mouth." The black ant turned its head angrily. Then he opened his bloody mouth to Shenyi. Fortunately, the favor came in time. Controlled the black ant that was going to eat Shenyi. Yunhui knew she wouldn't last long, but this is the moment. An ant in Shenyi's body has mutated. A scream accompanied by Shenyi. The huge black ant disappeared in an instant. Shenyu also fainted unconscious, just when Yunhui was torn to kill Shenyi. But I thought that this guy might be able to fight against the Celestial Worm organization. Then he sent Shenyi back home. After what just happened, Shenyi is convinced of this. Grace strike while the iron is hot. I want to recruit him to fight against the Celestial Worm organization. You just took out the explosive ants. As a result, the supply chain of the reserve grain of the Celestial Worm organization was disrupted. It's not just you. Your friends and family are in danger. As long as the two of us work together, the odds will be better. Shenyi took a step forward and interrupted Inhui's conversation. Then the palm full of ants grabs the favor. You're just incompetent and want to find a backer. But I'm not like you. As long as those guys dare to come, I'll just eat it all. The voice just fell. Shenyi grabbed Yunhui's neck. Countless ants got into Grace's mouth. After a long time, Grace slowly opened her eyes. It turned out that Shenyi did this just to help him eliminate the bomb in his body. In the blink of an eye, the next day, Reaper team cordoned off the accident scene, just as the intern was picking up the remnants of the explosive ant's prosthetic limb. Suddenly, a small pill fell out of it. Before the intern can see what it is, there's a stranger outside the quarantine zone trying to break in. Seeing this, long hair hurriedly pressed down on this person. Good advice to let him go, but the man just raised his hand gently. He chopped off one of his hairy arms. Long hair instantly let out a piercing scream, realizing that the comer is bad. Everyone pulls out their weapons and prepares to fight. Men are not only not nervous, with a face full of excitement. I saw him blow up a member of the Reaper squad with one punch. In the blink of an eye, this intern was the only one left. But in the end, I couldn't escape the clutches of men. Then the man picked up the capsule on the ground. Then I made a phone call. Indicates that the sample has been been recovered. Take a closer look. That sample turned out to be an egg. On the other hand, Shenyi is in the classroom as usual. Yunhu uses her silk thread ability to shoot a note. The note flew before Nami's eyes, fell into the hands of Shenyi. The note says to meet downstairs after class. Soon the two arrived as promised. Seeing Shenyi so dull, Grace can't help but laugh. Is this the first time you've talked to a girl like this? Shenyi did not speak. Ask yourself directly why you are here. The favor is just a simple expression. Yesterday's grace of not killing. Then invite Shenyi again to fight against the Celestial Worm organization. But Shenyi asked him not to misunderstand. You are just my backup food, could be eaten at any moment. And then you take off the band-aid. Although Yunhui was trembling with fright, but he still reminded Shenyi, did you forget what I said? You are already the target of the Celestial Worm organization. I'll help you, but Shenyi doesn't want to listen to his nonsense anymore. Just push him away. Little do you know, all this was seen by Nami upstairs. He doesn't know when the two got together. In his eyes, the two seemed to be flirting. This made Nami a little jealous and look at the Reaper squad. To improve the survivability of the players, they developed a mech specifically designed to deal with bug beasts. It's the hedgehog in the squad that's used as the test subject. For more accurate testing device, the captain told the hedgehog not to use its own weapons. The hedgehog, who is used to using a long stick, is full of disgust when he sees the current lightsaber. At this time, the object of the actual battle with him also came out on the other side. But the uncle looks sick and has no strength. I heard that you can get excited immediately after killing your opponent. In the blink of an eye, the uncle disappeared in place. The hedgehog hasn't had time to react yet. The uncle, who turned into a bug beast, has come behind him. The hedgehog hurriedly blocked. Take advantage of the distance. See that you have not been substantially harmed. The hedgehog is very satisfied with the mech's defense. However, at this time, the bug beast is swimming around the hedgehog at a speed of 300 kilometers. Seeing the time is ripe, the bug beast gathered its strength and punched the hedgehog. Although the hedgehog blocked the terrifying blow of the bug beast, but the armor of the arm is also obviously cracked. But hedgehogs with years of combat experience backhand slash the bug beast, then send a heavy foot to open the distance. But the mech arm has also been broken. Seeing this, the bug beast rushed towards him excitedly again. At this point, the hedgehog has lost its combat ability. Crazy to ask for help from people outside. I didn't wait for him to finish. It was strangled by the bug beast. The hedgehog struggled desperately. Are you going to die in the lab? Suddenly, a huge current screamed at the bug beast. He lost consciousness very quickly. It turns out that in a near-death situation, the mech fires 100,000 volts at the enemy. Afterwards, the bug beast was dragged away by the cover again. Before leaving, he didn't forget to look back and mock the hedgehog. I'll kill you next time, after the battle. The captain also left here. He went to the archives. Here he actually found Brad, the leader of the Heavenly Bug Organization. This beautiful woman is not human. I saw him spit out a yellow egg in his mouth. Then he pinched Sijin's chin. Then the eggs were delivered into the other party's mouth. Shijin also turned into an ugly bug beast, became a pawn of the Celestial Worm Organization. At this time, in order to cooperate with Shenyi, Huey finally revealed his true purpose. In fact, his target was not the Celestial Worm Organization, but their leader Brad. Heard 3 words from Brad. Shenyi suddenly became excited. Anger and unwillingness were written all over his face, because it was Brad who killed his mother that year. At the same time, he's also the murderer who destroyed Yoon Hui's family. Just this day after school, Grace wrapped around Shenyi again, but the two just left the school gate not long ago. Shenyi's familiar feeling came again. He carefully observed the pedestrians around him. Finally, he fixed his gaze on a couple. The man among them is a bug beast hidden among humans. After buying the ice cream, he noticed that Shenyi was wrong. He learned it from Shenyi. The man in front of the two is a bug beast. On the other hand, Nami came to the hospital to visit Shijin after school, but Shijin doesn't want to be seen by others as she is now. He directly drove Nami away. But just as Nami was about to leave the hospital, a nurse passed her by. Nami, such a beautiful woman, couldn't help but look twice. Soon after, Shijin in the ward noticed someone coming in. She thought it was Nami and immediately yelled. But wait for this person to take a closer look. It's the nurse just now. Do you want to become more beautiful than before? I can help you? And she spits a yellow egg out of her mouth. Take a closer look. This is exactly the one that the explosive ant dropped. You want to get rid of those annoying people too, right? I will help you make your wish come true. Then the eggs were sent into Shijin's mouth. I saw Shijin's body suddenly tremble. The woman watched him change with Schadenfreude. An intense pain suddenly came from Shijin's body. Make him roar loudly. See Shijin. Women get really excited. The other side. Bug Beast boyfriend takes the girl to the swimming pool. Then he kicked the girl into the pool when he was unprepared. When the girl resurfaced, but there is no trace of my boyfriend. Little did he know know that a pair of eyes were watching him underwater. This is the boyfriend who didn't know when to dive underwater. I saw the man grinning, then suddenly grabbed the girl's feet. Make a throwing motion with force. The girl's head hit the bottom of the water hard. He lost consciousness. The man looks at the girl floating up. It's too much trouble to complain about hunting every day. And she opens her mouth to eat the girl. But this is the moment. An ant suddenly crawled up on her face. Then the man looks back at the glass. It turned out to be Shenyi, who turned into a black ant. I don't know when I came here. Shenyi smashed the glass with one punch. Then take a leap, kick the man hard in the stomach. This time the man is directly embedded in the wall. But men are like nothing. He got up and counterattacked Shenyi. Shenyi took this punch firmly, take advantage of the time when Shenyi was sent flying. Grace has set up the heavenly net. I saw several silk strips appear in front of the man. In the blink of an eye, he was wrapped into a zongzi. Then Grace pulls the girl out of the water. Fortunately, the girl just passed out. It's not life-threatening. After settling the girl, Grace returned to Shenyi's side. The man is not afraid at all. He also questioned why the two people disturbed their own feeding. You guys are tired of living. Do you know who I am? Shenyi said he doesn't care. In my eyes, you are nothing more than food. Just as Shenyi was about to go up and eat it, but the Grace on the side stopped him. He thinks he can get some clues from this population. At this time, the man also recognized that Shenyi was a fellow hunter, the black ant. I didn't expect you to have accomplices too, but you're not qualified to kill me, saying that men start to beast. Yunhui is very confident in her silk thread, but at this time, the man has also completely completed the beasts. The silk threads also slowly crack with strong light. The imposing manner emitted by the man could not help but surprise Shenyi. Get out of the way, but Shenyi's reminder was too late. Countless air blades burst out of the man's body. Grace has no time to dodge, shot in the shoulder. Shenyi relies on the hard armor of black ants. Barely blocked the blow in the blink of an eye. The entire room was left with deep grooves by the air blade. Then another voice came from their ears. Maybe you two can bully ordinary bug beasts. How dare you attack the members of the Heavenly Bug Organization? I don't know, I'm Camille from the Vorms. If you are not satisfied, you can try again. The two were ready for battle. Then they pounced on Camille together. But the move that the two of them are good at, it was easily diffused by the enemy. I saw Camille's hand knife gently across the water, leave a few after images. Then a flash came behind the two. The blade emitted by Camille's hand knife directly pierced the bodies of the two. The injured Shenyi could only let his body fall. Camille looks at the right time, aimed the knife at Shenyi, who landed. Fortunately, the favor responded in time. Risk to save each other. The two of them dared not be careless at this time. Obviously, this pool is Camille's home. As long as you get close, you will be attacked. But when Yunhui was trying to figure out how to deal with this monster, Shenyi, who was on the side, rushed up without following the routine. At the same time, he reminded Grace, fill the pool with your silk thread. Grace, although I don't quite understand, but he still did as Shenyi asked. With the thread of Grace as a borrowing point, Shenyi ran towards Camille. He must transform into a red ant again to have a chance to defeat it. Soon Shenyi rushed in front of Camille, but before he could make a move, he was cut off by the other party. Shenyi immediately punched back, but easily escaped by the other party. And then Shenyi's fist got faster and faster. The body gradually began to change color, with continuous efforts. Finally hit Camille in the face. Then another punch hit Camille in the left arm, then the right hand. Watching Camille's two weapons come out of his hands, Shenyi wants to take this opportunity to kill the other party in one go. Unexpectedly, a sword chest suddenly passed by him. This one directly chopped off the armor on his face. At this time, Camille not only fused her legs with the hand knife that had just fallen, his hands also drew two more powerful weapons behind him. This is my true strength. The voice just fell. He dodged behind Shenyi. Shenyi was also hit by Camille's cross slash. The armor on his body instantly broke. Blood spurted out. Camille thought the game was over, but found many blue threads wrapped around the weapon. I saw Grace suddenly appear behind Camille. While pulling the silk thread with both hands, knee smashed into the back of Camille's head, although this time it destroyed the armor on Camille's face. But Grace was also pierced by the sudden appearance of the light blade. Yunhui endured the severe pain and continued to control the silk thread, throwing Camille's knife into the air. Shenyi seizes the opportunity, jump up and take the sharp knife, and he stabbed Camille in the chest. But that's not enough to kill the enemy. I saw Camille swing another sharp knife at Shenyi. Shenyi was powerless to escape. You can only block this blow with your arm. and the blade went into half of his arm. Under the stalemate, Shenyi sent a large number of ants to crawl towards Camille's wound. Camille, who was being eaten by ants, suddenly let out a terrifying scream. But just after taking care of Camille, another uninvited guest came. Shenyi Gong is ready to go back and check the situation. He was punched in the face by someone. Shenyi was smashed hard into the wall, apparently unconscious. Yunhu didn't know when she lay on the water. The man who came was the hunk who attacked the Reaper squad earlier. He carried Camille and did not continue to attack Shenyi. Instead, shoot a card to Shenyi. It says Club 6. The woman spits out a yellow egg in her mouth. Then he fed him to the girl opposite. Then the girl turned into a terrifying bug beast. Today is Shijin's first hunt as a bug beast. The little fresh meat opposite has been waiting here for a long time, seeing a young girl like Shijin. Zishi Anru also seems shy. Beautiful woman, I know a nice hotel nearby. Brother, can I take you to play games? Shijin was shy after hearing this. Brother, are you good or bad? While talking, Shijin takes off her mask. This caused the man to ripple with youth. Shijin took the opportunity to stand on tiptoe, kissed Abba directly. This happiness came a little too suddenly. But the next second, the boy's eyes widened. I saw that his skin was rapidly drying up at a speed visible to the naked eye. I didn't let him go until Shijin sucked not a drop left. The boy who fell to the ground was obviously not breathing. There was another beautiful woman in the alley. This is the woman who feeds Shijin the eggs. He hugs SC Jin as if to show that this is his plaything, baby. How did it feel to go hunting for the first time? It's not bad, it's delicious. At the same time, on a speeding subway, an uncle with a very unnatural expression is muttering to himself. This can't help but attract people to cast strange eyes. I saw the uncle suddenly open his mouth, exposed esophagus with fangs inside. The people in front of him were worn together like candied haws. This scene immediately caused panic in the others. The uncle at this time turned into the god of death, harvesting the lives of the people in the carriage. And pretty soon, there was no more screaming in the car. Only the uncle was left there twisting his weird body. On the other side, Nami is walking to school. Suddenly, I noticed a familiar figure in front of me. It was Shenyi, the object of his crush. So Nami hurried forward to say hello, good morning, Shenyi. But seeing Shenyi's appearance almost scared him to pee. What's wrong with you? Shenyi can only explain that it was caused by fighting with others. You can't tell him that you were beaten by a bug beast yesterday, right? The first glance back at the class, Nami saw Shijin in a daze. Nami jumped directly at the other party happily. Watching his best friend recover, Nami was so excited that she burst into tears. I didn't see you last time I went to the hospital. Do you know how worried I was? Sorry, Nami. I didn't want people to see my hairstyle now. The two talked and laughed as if they had gone back to the beginning. But their conversation was suddenly interrupted by an uninvited guest. This person is the bespectacled man who hospitalized Shijin. At this moment, not only did he not feel sorry for Shijin, he keeps mocking Shijin's scars, which are disgusting. The head shape is ugly. This caused Shijin to be furious. I can't wait to swallow him alive now, but I haven't waited for him to shoot. Nami, who was on the side, was the first to punch the glasses. Nami, who has always been gentle, yells at the glasses. If you weren't greedy for life and fear of death, will Shijin become what she is now because of Nami's coming forward? Shijin's anger has eased somewhat. Glasses said sorry, but obviously something was wrong. Wait for me, you guys. Shinyu also noticed that Shijin was strange when she was just angry. This is obviously not a human breath. On the other side of the train, the uncle who killed, it has completely turned into a giant meatworm. Just then the man with the Reaper logo on his clothes entered the carriage. This man is the younger brother Jack of the Ripper squad. Walking in the front door was my brother Jesse. Their arrival immediately aroused the dissatisfaction of the bug beasts. The two of them blocked the bug beast in the middle. Doctor, let's take this back for research. Be careful not to break it. This sentence instantly angered the giant insect. He opened his mouth wide towards his brother, but before he could shout, he was stabbed into his body by Jack. Don't forget to fill in a few bullets. Didn't I remind you not to break it? But I didn't wait for Jesse to finish speaking. It was hit by the tail of the giant insect. No, bro, are you dead? And the bug beast took this opportunity. Hold Jack down with his tail. I can't be overwhelmed by this force alone. You are far worse than my big brother. After saying that, the whole giant bug was lifted into the air by him. Jesse took the opportunity to take the knife and drop it. The giant insect was cut in half. Just as the two were about to pack the giant bug away, a little bug crawls out of the body of a giant bug. The bug looked up at Jesse. Then the body went through his head like a bullet. Looking at my brother who kept shaking, Jack hurriedly asked what was wrong with you. The next second he acts like nothing happened. It's just a weird thing walking around your head. The girl is only because she was fed an egg. The result is a terrifying bloodthirsty bug after inhaling a boy's essence. He went back to school pretending nothing happened. After school, a few people are going to eat kimchi together as a result. Halfway, Shijin received a text message. Then he made an excuse to say that he had to leave first. Nami helplessly said that it is also possible to make an appointment tomorrow, but when Shijin left, Shenyu stared at his back thoughtfully. After that, Nami and the two are going to go home together, but suddenly remembered, Shijin's homework is still in her school bag. This teacher will check tomorrow. Saying that, he said goodbye to Shenyi and wanted to send it to Shijin, but he was suddenly pulled by Shenyi. Danger, don't go. Shenyi's words made Nami a little stunned. I mean, Jin just got out of the hospital. The teacher will understand. The other side. Shijin met the person who texted herself. He seemed to see his prey. Lick your lower lip. Then I got into the man's car. This scene happened to be seen by the man in glasses not far away. You can tell by looking at the two of them. This is not a father-daughter relationship. Then the glasses revealed a playful smile. Since the last injury, Yoonhui has been resting at home. In order to find Brad, the leader of the Celestial Worm organization, he decided to do something at night. Yoonhui walks in a night market in a cool dress. He never thought of that. The address of the red card is a nightclub. Looking at the long line at the door, I knew it was incredibly hot here. He wants to contact Shenyi to investigate. Unexpectedly, he was rejected, and that's when he went crazy. A man suddenly appeared behind him and stopped him. Is the beautiful woman alone? Does your back look familiar? Yoonhui also felt that this person's voice seemed to have been heard somewhere before, so he turned his head curiously. It was found that this person was the Green Steel Shadow Camille who fought against Shenyi. Yoonhui followed each other into the nightclub. I found this place incredibly exciting, all young and beautiful ladies. The atmosphere is not bad, but Grace knew it wasn't as simple as it seemed, so he took out the red card from his chest. I was invited. You're not just going to show me these things, are you? And Camille saw the card as if he'd expected it. In that case, I'll take you to see something exciting. Two people walked down the corridor, came to an elevator. The red card is used to start the elevator, and only valued VIP customers have such a card. Soon after, the elevator door slowly opened. The situation inside made Yoonhui even more shocked, because the bug beasts and humans here actually mix together. Under the stands is a rectangular coliseum. Humans and bug beasts are fighting each other on the field. The audience on stage is desperately cheering. Soon, the bug beasts on the field encountered poisonous hands, died at the hands of several humans. However, at this moment, another huge bug beast appeared in front of everyone. The beast gave a terrifying roar. Then he raised his leg and stomped a few humans into meat mud. Looking at the humans and bug beasts cheering together on the stage, Grace doesn't understand. Why do two races mix together here? Camille seemed to see Yoonhui's doubts. You don't know anything about humans. In order to gain power and wealth, can do anything, the voice just fell. The huge bug beast in the field was pierced through its body. It turned out to be a red bug beast that ambushed the giant bug from behind. Grace doesn't understand the significance of such violence. Camille explained, this not only brings pleasure and excitement to people, the most important thing is the opportunity to become a member of the Celestial Worm organization. As he spoke, Camille took out a yellow egg. Ask Yoonhui if you are interested in trying it. Grace accepted his kindness. Just as he looked at the eggs and asked how to use them, Camille was stopped by another bug beast that was coming. Kay? The boss has been waiting for you in the private room for a long time. Camille turns back. I wanted to ask Yoonhui to wait here for a while. I didn't expect the other party to use the stomach pain as an excuse. Take the elevator to leave until the elevator door closes. Grace put down her hanging heart. Damn, Shenyi let me dove at this time. The bug beast reminded the other party to pass again, but the impatient Camille cut off his head, and he waved his hand in disgust. The next morning, Grace came to school. Looking at the leisurely Shenyi, he couldn't get angry, so it was a kick against Shenyi, and he said, well, you know what? Do you know what I went through yesterday? After learning that Grace had obtained useful information, Shenyi gave him a thumbs up. At this time, the students in the classroom are whispering about something. When I saw Shijin walk into the classroom, the discussion seemed to get louder. Everyone looked at him with disgust. Listen to the foul language of classmates. Nami questioned, what are you talking about? Then the pesky man with glasses stepped forward again. He said he had posted the filmed explosive news on the campus website. As he spoke, he handed the video to the two of them. The above is the scene of Shijin and an old man walking into the hotel. Then the bespectacled man made another gag expression. Is it because you can't be an idle trainee? See what glasses look like? Yunhui can't wait to step forward and give him a kick again. Shenyi, who was by the side, felt that familiar aura again, and this time it's definitely dangerous. Nami is also on the verge of runaway. Finally, she couldn't help it. He threw his fist at the glasses again, but she was stopped by Shijin halfway. Nami, thank you. You will always be my best friend. After saying that, she pushed with both hands. Let me handle it myself this time. Nami was pushed out the door by her. The eyes don't know the danger is coming, still mocking Shijin. I didn't expect Shijin to laugh wildly after hearing it. I wanted you to live a little longer. I didn't expect you to want to die so much. The two who didn't know they were dead didn't notice the danger at all. One of them also boldly stepped forward. How much can you earn at one time? I saved a lot of money for express delivery. Do you think it's okay I didn't wait for him to finish? I found the blue veins exposed on the other party's neck. I saw Shijin suddenly turn her head. The 5 gazillions stared at each other with big eyes. The voice of the boy who was just teasing Shijin suddenly stopped abruptly. Shenyi and Yunhoob on the side were also taken aback when they saw his appearance. Shijin stared angrily at the boy in front of her. Then he sent him flying with one punch. The others frantically ran towards the door. Shijin slowly raised her hand. Suddenly, his arm stretched out for several meters like Luffy, directly blocked the way of the classmate. The wooden door was also kicked in and could not be opened. I heard the chaos inside. Nami couldn't help but wonder. The tables and chairs in the house also block the other door tightly. Yunhui wants to transform, but it was stopped by Shenyi. Because it's so obvious here, Shijin saw the glasses that took out her mobile phone and wanted to call the police. Just yell at you to get out of here. Glasses were so scared that they hid in the crowd and didn't dare to make a sound. The students all took a step back sensibly when they saw this. Leave the glasses in place. Shijin extends her arm again. Grab the neck of the glasses. This is all your fault. Why trample on my dreams? Made me into this virtue. As she spoke, Shijin opened her mouth wide, revealing the esophagus with tusks inside. The next second, the esophagus is in front of the glasses. Just when the esophagus opens its mouth wide and prepares to eat the glasses, a sudden yell made Shijin stop attacking. I saw Shenyi walking out of the crowd. Kindly persuade Shijin to stop. If you kill the glasses now, what will Nami think when she sees it? Aren't you his best friend? At this time, Nami's knock came from the door. Seijin, how are you? It's about to open. It's too late for the eyes to think of begging for mercy. So he shouted frantically at his classmates again. Why don't you contact the Reaper department? But now who wants to be the first bird? His angry eyes scolded everyone. Shenyu just watched coldly. I didn't mean to shoot. At this moment, Shijin suddenly stopped Shenyi. Please give me some time. Please don't ask for support yet. After saying that, she pressed the glasses against the wall with force. Little glasses, listen to me. You brought this on yourself. I saw Shijin reach into her school bag. Then he pulls out a handful of yellow eggs. Then she pinched the mouth of the glasses. It's hard to understand the hatred in my heart if I kill you directly. Let you taste my pain now. Although glasses know that Shijin's hands are not a good thing, but no matter how hard she struggled, the mouth is still getting bigger and bigger. In the end, I can only watch helplessly as the eggs fall into the mouth. The glasses that swallowed the eggs responded immediately. His body keeps twisting. The clothes are slowly bursting. The neck is getting longer. Faces also change at a rate visible to the naked eye. At this moment, Yunhua suddenly remembered something. The egg just eaten by the glasses. Isn't that what Camille gave him, looking at the glasses again? It has completely turned into an ugly bug beast. He wanted help, but only a strange roar. Shijin on the side is very satisfied with this performance. You can understand how I feel now, right? At this time, there was a knock on the door again. It turns out that Nami is worried that something will happen to Shijin. I found the head teacher. Finally, Shijin asked Shenyi for one thing. Help me take care of Nami. I will never see her again. I hate humans now. After saying that, her body leaned back, escaped this place that made her sad. The classroom door on the other side was forcibly kicked open. The teacher walked in scolding. When he saw the bug beast in the classroom, he immediately shut his mouth. The boy who was knocked unconscious by Shijin also slowly woke up. He mistakenly thought that the bug beast in front of him was transformed by Shijin. Then take out the phone. Hastily called the Reaper department. Nami believed it, but in order to protect Shijin, he immediately snatched the other party's mobile phone. But during the fight between the two, the phone accidentally slipped. It landed right in front of the bug beast. At this moment, the voice of the harvesting department came on the phone. Do you need any help? Glasses wanted to go forward for help, but the sound coming out of my mouth is whining. to figure out what's going on. He turned to look at the glass behind him. Only then did he realize that he had become a bug beast. His eyes smashed the glass in front of him angrily. Because he couldn't accept the reality, he waved his tails frantically. Grace saved a girl quickly, and the other tail came to Nami's side. In the nick of time, Shinyu jumped and threw Nami into his arms. At this time, the glasses issued an unwilling roar. But to save his life, he can only break the window and get out of here. After landing, he flew into the distance in a strange dance. Shinyi glanced at Inhui. Yunhui nodded to indicate understanding. Then the two began to track. Yunhui said that Shijin must have something to do with the Tianyu organization, because the eggs he just took out are the same as those in Club 6. Shenyi left an ant mark on Shijin. The two quickly chased after Shijin. Soon the two chased under a bridge hole. I found Shijin wiping her tears alone in front of me. Shijin also sensed that someone was coming. We have something to ask you. Please talk to us, but the voice just fell. The two of them were shocked by the scene in front of them. It turns out that Shijin is not alone here. I saw another figure slowly emerging. What I hate the most is when people mess with my things. So whoever you are, it's hard to get out of here alive today. The voice just fell. Hannah's figure is miraculously disappearing. Shin-Yuden felt that something was wrong. He hastily pulled Grace aside. I took Hannah's heavy kick. While kicking Shin-Yi into the air, Hannah raised her fist again and attacked Grace. But that's just her feint. Suddenly, she came to Yoon-Hoo in a flash. You're a good-looking girl. The next second came behind her again. I really can't bear to kill you. After saying that, he bit Yoon-Hui's little ear. Purple blood flowed from her mouth. Yoon-Hui reacted and punched her back. Hannah wiped the blood from the corner of her mouth. So you are also a bug beast. What a pity. Grace is completely enraged. Directly incarnate into a bug beast and attack Hannah. It's a silkworm, but your attack is too slow. Thinking of this, Hannah couldn't help but look at Shen-Yi. Then he should be a bug beast too, right? Sure enough, at this time, Shen-Yi has become insect, is punching at him, but also easily escaped by Hannah's ghostly movements. It's impossible for an attack like yours to hit me. My ability is not just invisibility. I can also sense your attacks in advance. At this time, Shijin on the side was also extremely shocked, because he also knew that Shen-Yi and the others were bug beasts. This is not the first time that to have collaborated, and I quickly figured out what to do. Shen-Yi swung his fist again and rushed towards Hannah, who wanted to avoid. Suddenly, there was a tingling pain in the neck. It turns out that Grace has already cast a net around him, but it also managed to piss off Hannah. If you dare to touch me, you will die. Shen-Yi ignored his threat in the slightest. He punched Hannah hard in the face. This punch made Hannah spit out a mouthful of blood. At the same time, Hannah grew a sharp bone spur in her arm. How dare you make me bleed? As he spoke, he stabbed into Shen-Yi's chest, and this bone spur is still absorbing Shen-Yi's blood. But Hannah was particularly surprised to see this. Why is your blood red, seeing Shen-Yi injured? Grace is coming this way quickly. Hannah looked at each other coldly. He slowly raised his left hand and aimed it at her. Then the bone spur in his left hand suddenly extended for a few meters. Stabbed in the shoulder of Grace, Hannah pulls out bone spurs. Grace said the attack just now was like a tickle. Then he rushed towards Hannah again. Hannah calmly licked the blood on the needle. Then the place where Shen-Yi and Yoon-Hoo were injured began to expand. After 2 explosions, both were obviously seriously injured. I'm just warming up, can't you to do it? Saying that, Hannah raised her arm to kill them, but this is the moment. Shijin suddenly appeared in front of the two and said it was my client. I brought them here to trade eggs. Is what you said true? Do you know the consequences of lying to me? After getting Shijin's affirmative answer, Hannah immediately changed her face. So it's one of our own. I could have killed you, but I only have 1 egg with me. Which one of you will use it first? Shen-Yi said that we don't need it immediately. Can you introduce the function of insect eggs first? Don't you know, if the bug beast eats this thing directly, will increase some strength. If an ordinary person eats it, they will become larvae like Shijin. If you eat the larvae again, you will gain double the power. The two were shocked when they heard the words. Isn't that the same as eating people directly? But right now, 2 unlucky runners passed by. Hannah said she would understand it all after giving you a demonstration. So he stopped the 2 young men before one of them reacts. Directly stuffed the eggs into the other party's mouth. Soon the boy's body began to change. The next second it becomes an ugly larva. Although I just experienced this kind of thing once. But the 2 were still shocked. This is my meeting gift for you. Just eat it and it will become stronger. Enjoy your meal. If you need anything else, come to the 6th club and find me. After Hannah left, the larvae follow his partner. But Shen-Yi, who was rushed over, sent him flying with a punch. Then put your hands together, and it hits the larva on the head. The favor behind him made Shen-Yi stop, but Shen-Yi told him to shut up. Seeing Shen-Yi's next move, Yoon-Hoo hurried to stop. You lunatic. You don't really want to eat him, do you? He was human just now. But Shen-Yi still looked indifferent after hearing it. Don't stop me from testing. Eat him. Give an order. all the black ants moved towards the larval carcass. Shenyi looked at it all coldly, but at the same time, this also made Yunhu completely disappointed with Shenyi. You know, that's the same as eating people. Why do you have to do this? What's the difference between what you do and those people from the Tianwu organization? I'm so blind to ask you to cooperate. Shenyu just glanced at him. You give me a good look? I saw that the larva on the ground was changing rapidly. In the blink of an eye, there is a trace of human appearance. All of this was within Shenyu's expectations. Yunhu asked curiously what was going on. Before, Shenyi began to study when he noticed that there was a problem with Shijin. Now, I can only test if it works. As soon as he finished speaking, the man on the ground opened his mouth in pain. The eggs he had just eaten were dragged out by ants. This thing is what turns people into bug beasts. Watch the ants continue to eat the eggs on the ground. Yunhu couldn't help but worrying about Shenyi. Will eating these ants affect you? I don't know either. They'll know when they get back into the body. Soon the eggs on the ground were eaten clean when they returned to Shenyi's body. Shenyi immediately realized that something was wrong. Seeing Shenyi in pain, Yunhu is also very worried. Are you alright? Shenyi suddenly turned back and shouted at Inhui when he heard the words. Get away from me with the return of the ants. The veins on Shenyi's neck suddenly burst out. These ants seemed to be breaking free from Shenyi's control. This couldn't help but make Shenyi roar in pain. On the other hand, Hannah took Shijin back to the club. The boss here is the macho Kong Daejin. He noticed that Hannah's arm was bandaged, so I asked him if something had happened. Hannah said it was just a misunderstanding with the client. What is your purpose in bringing me here? Daejin said that 50 pills were lost at the club yesterday. Do you know what's going on? Hannah says it's only your fault for the bad guards. Shijin on the side was silent. At this time, Kong Daejin stood up. The next second, it disappeared in place when he reappears. Shijin has been pressed against the wall. You chick is not small. How dare you steal my medicine? At this time, Kong Daejin was furious, threatening to eat Shijin now. But suddenly, I was pressed against my neck with a gold needle. Seeing this, the two bug girls hurried forward to protect their master. They put a knife to Hannah's neck, but Hannah didn't panic at all. He also threatened Kong Daejin, if you dare to touch him, he will die. Daejin just smiled slightly at this, continued to inquire about the whereabouts of the pills, and increased the strength of the hand. Hannah also stabbed the golden needle into Daejin's neck without hesitation. He seemed to really care that Sein was hurt, but he couldn't stop this crazy man at all. The unbearable Shijin finally admitted that she took the medicine. But I just want revenge. Daejin finally smiled with satisfaction after listening to it. In fact, I already knew that it was you who took the medicine, and we know what you do with it. After saying that, he put down Shijin. Hannah hurried to Shijin's side, inquire with concern about his injuries. Daejin on the side laughed wildly. You little girl, how could you have such a brilliant idea? You'll see your old classmates soon. They're on their way. The guy who took 50 pills. What would happen if you ate it? At this time, the glasses that turned into a bug beast are running frantically. Several Reaper Division combatants followed. Soon they caught up with the glasses. Swords and weapons kept beckoning to him. He wanted to beg for mercy but could only scream helplessly. As the captain's hand rises and falls, the glasses have finally lost their resistance. Afterwards, the captain ordered everyone to recover the body. But at this moment, the ground suddenly shook. The captain turned around and found that half of the team member's body was stuck in the quagmire. Two unfamiliar figures appeared in front of him. At this point, the captain saw that the visitor was not good, so asked the other party's identity, but Camille ignored him. The child on the side takes the body away, but the child disagrees, because he wants to kill these humans in front of him. As we speak, the dirt controlled by the child is about to swallow two Reapers, and the captain saw this. Not only did he not attack, he also inserted his longsword back. He even smoked a cigarette leisurely. This scene not only dumbfounded the enemy on the opposite side, the players don't understand the captain's intentions either. The captain said calmly, I'm wondering why you're going to fight so hard to get this body. No one noticed that the red mark on his scabbard had turned green. Your teammates are dying and still thinking about this boring question. Do you really have the heart to watch them lose their lives? Hearing this, the captain finally raised his weapon and aimed it at the enemy. The child was puzzled by this. Can you attack me from such a distance? Camille was about to warn him to be careful. The child is hit by a green current. Watch your partner fall in front of you. The angry Camille instantly turned insect. You despicable human being. The captain is not idle at this time. He built up his strength again and fired the current at the opponent. Camille saw this and brandished a knife. I thought I had successfully blocked the blow, but the next second he was shocked. Can't this thing be blocked? The team members took advantage of this opportunity to desperately climb up. The captain suddenly jumped and disappeared. While rushing towards Camille, he told the players to retract the body. Cannot be obtained by the enemy, the voice just fell. The weapons of the two collided with just one hit. The captain knew he was definitely a dangerous guy. Camille also drew another long sword from behind him, but the strength of the two is comparable. In a short period of time, no one can do anything to anyone. Camille didn't want to waste time. He directly swung a sword at the captain with all his strength. Feeling the opponent's powerful attack, the captain couldn't help but break out in a cold sweat. I saw the captain smoke the whole cigarette in one bite, then spit out smoke to envelop Camille, and Camille was full of disdain. One stroke dispels the smoke. However, the captain in front of him also disappeared. The sudden sound of electricity behind him aroused his alarm, but when he looked back to check the situation, he was slashed on the body by the captain. Fortunately, he avoided a deadly attack. The captain asked them again about their intention to acquire the body, but there was a vibration under my feet again. Sensing danger, the captain jumped back, but unexpectedly, the things below are waiting for this time. Let him hide. Fortunately, his teammates came to block this dangerous blow, but then another red spike emerged from the ground, directly penetrated the body of a teammate. Only then did I realize that this was the esophagus with tusks. I didn't wait for a few people to react. The bolt head was thrown into the air. Then he was sent back into the quagmire. Camille just found out. It turns out that the child has been playing dead. At this moment, the fully animated boy slowly emerged from the ground. It seems that it should be a bug beast such as a beetle. The bald head also slowly appeared in front of everyone. The two immediately decided not to play. Take the body first. Then the child sinks the glasses into the quagmire. Camille asks the kid to take the body back to the club first, after he came to break. Club. This is the only information the captain has today. See each other to run. The captain raised his weapon again and aimed it at them. But unexpectedly, the scabbard was out of power, and the building started shaking. Then it started to collapse. The teammate hurriedly called the captain to retreat. The captain let them go first, and I'm rushing towards the center of the collapse. Soon he stepped on the stone and came to Camille. Camille is ready for battle. Unexpectedly, the captain just wanted to rescue his teammates. Look at the sinking enemy. The captain is helpless. You can only evacuate this area with your teammates. But then he's going to check the clubs in this area. Now, it's our turn to hunt. A black ant rides on a yellow bug beast. And if you look closely, they're not reproducing. The black ants are eating each other's flesh and blood. At this time, Shenyi was watching silently from the side. Since the last time I ate that egg, Shenyi found that the ants in his body had increased a lot due to the limited capacity of the body's utensils. This strange black ant split. After several mergers, ultimately failed. Only one ant captain can be sent to control this black monster. At this moment, the black ant finished eating and stood up. He came to Shenyi and said I was still hungry. As soon as the voice fell, he opened his bloody mouth to Shenyi. Shenyi punched him through the head. The captain ant who was sent out appeared in Shenyi's hands. The scattered ants all fused in. But this is the moment. Shenyi felt the breath of the bug beast again, and the target is under the bridge not far away. In order to test the current strength, Shenyi decided to meet them, but just as he was rushing towards the other party, suddenly, he noticed that the breath of a bug beast had disappeared. Soon Shenyi arrived near the bridge. Then he hid his breath and looked into the hole, found the carcass of a bug beast lying at the feet of a rhinoceros beast. The murderer is the red ladybug opposite, because the club has too many rules. I can only ask you to come out and practice your hands. After saying that, he took up the fighting position again. The rhinoceros couldn't help but be furious. Just because of the practice, I killed my companion. I saw him kick his hind legs. The body rushed towards the ladybug like a cannonball. The ladybug dodged the blow with just a small move. The rhinoceros uses the wall as a leverage point. Reflex to the opponent again. Ladybug beast choose to be frontal hard this time. I saw him clenching his powerful fists after dodging the impact of the rhinoceros beast. A backhand punch through the opponent's body. In the end, the rhinoceros died on the spot. I saw the ladybug shake the blood stain on his hand. He turned his head expressionlessly. Can the guy hiding in the dark and watching the battle come out? Even if he doesn't say Shenyi, he will show up, because what he's here for, just to test his current strength, not hard to find. At this time, Shenyi's armor is more domineering than before. The two watched for a long time. The ladybug attacked first. Shenyi did not choose to dodge. Instead, he fought the punch. The ladybug is shocked because his fist was bitten by another ant that suddenly appeared by Shenyi. The ladybug beast, who had never seen this before, immediately pulled back. You guys scared me. What kind of monster are you? My name is Black Ant. This should be the last name you hear before you die. The ladybug gets even more excited. The accident just now aroused his belligerence. He swung his fist again and rushed towards Shenyi, dozens of punches in a row. He didn't meet Shenyi at all, and Shenyi didn't fight back. This made the ladybug a little annoyed. Are you here to make fun of me and then one more punch? And Shenyi, after dodging this attack, finally make a fist ready to fight back. But the ladybug had already seen through Shenyi's movements. At this moment, Shenyi's fist, it's moving at an invisible speed. Seeing this, the ladybug quickly took a defensive stance, but still got punched in the face. Suddenly, the body flew out like a bullet. The ladybug beast was obviously stunned by Shenyi. His strength and speed exceeded my expectations. At this time, Shenyi was looking down at him. I don't know if you are too weak or am I stronger. Tell me your name before you die. Ladybug feels insulted, completely enraged. I saw him get up and collide his fists together. Shenyi's attack also followed, but his fist landed on a barrier, and this red barrier is constantly spreading. With the roar of the ladybug, Shenyi was forcibly sent flying out. At this time, a bus happened to pass by above the bridge hole, but the bridge deck is about to collapse because of the battle between the two. Without knowing it, Shenyi hit the outside from the bridge hole, just as Shenyi was about to take down the opponent in one go. The runaway bus broke through the guardrail. Shenyi looked back and found that something was wrong, so he threw the doppelganger back towards the bus. Fortunately, the bus was caught by Shenyi in time before landing. But as the whole body comes down, Shenyi also seemed to be struggling. At the same time, his doppelganger was also caught by the ladybug beast. If the other party chooses to attack him at this time, then he will be very dangerous. But I never expected him to help Shenyi before the meeting. The two of them placed the bus firmly on the ground together, with the people in the car safely evacuated. The ladybug is already impatient. Our game can continue. After saying that, he rushed towards Shenyi, and Shenyi didn't seem to take the other party seriously. I saw that he raised his hand casually and blocked the opponent's attack. Then he slapped the ladybug's head with his paw. This blow directly knocked out his facial armor. It also made him lose the ability to fight again. Shenyi grabbed the other party's neck and carried it in the air. The doppelganger ant came forward and sniffed. Then open your mouth and swallow the other party. However, he was loudly scolded by Shenyi. Then Shenyi threw him aside. After retrieving the doppelganger black ant, Shenyi turned and left here. The ladybug struggled to open its eyes. I think I will beat you next time we meet. It hasn't appeared since Shijin became a bug beast. Nami looks for him every day after school. Nami just hung up the phone today. Someone suddenly stopped him from behind. The person who came was the child who fought the Reaper that day, Qian Young. Is Shijin your friend? I can take you to him. Soon after, Qian took Nami into the woods. Nami is afraid that Qian Young will take the opportunity to hurt herself. So I asked if you really know where Shijin is. Qian Young stopped hiding after listening, shows an ugly face. I only brought you here to eat you. As they spoke, several larvae climbed down from the tree. Blame it on you for being Shijin's friend. I really hate that guy. If I could eat you up, then he must be very angry. Back in the day, they wanted to eat Shijin, who had just turned into a larva. Unexpectedly, he told Hannah about it later, and Hannah ended up costing them a lot. But I can only dare to be angry and not dare to speak. Nami doesn't want to listen to his nonsense anymore. Turn around and run away from this place, and at this time, Qian Yang has completed the beastification. It's obviously too late to run. I saw that Nami's body began to slowly sink into the quagmire. With the order of Qian Yang, several larvae immediately pounced on Nami. At this critical juncture, the larvae that rushed over were suddenly cut into several pieces. It is the grace of the moth that comes. Seeing that the food in the mouth is lost again, Qiang's extraordinary anger, and Grace is spinning and accumulating strength in the sky. After landing, he kicked Qian Yang's head with his heel. Although the damage caused by this blow is not large, but highly insulting, at this time, Yunhui took the opportunity to pull Nami up again. Another bug beast that helps humans. Who are you? I see Grace slowly falling on the silk thread. Reply lightly that I am your father. Then he turned to look at Nami. I put you down now. You have to run away now. The voice just fell. The silk thread hanging Nami suddenly loosened. He didn't understand why the bug beast in front of him would save him. And it looks so familiar. Didn't I tell you to run? What are you still looking at? Nami retreated after hearing this. After saying thank you, he turned around and fled from here. A few larvae saw this and tried to stop it. But it's all controlled by Grace with silk thread. Grace is just a little harder. They cut the larvae into pieces of meat, the grace of blood at this time. It's like incarnating the god of death who harvests bug beasts. But this will also completely enrage Qian Yang. You will pay for your actions today. Yunhui just asked lightly, are you a member of the Skyworm organization like Camille? Qian Yang couldn't help laughing when he heard the words. Now that you know that I am a member of the Tianwu organization, hurry up and get caught. I know it's hard for me alone to deal with members of the Skyworm organization, but what if I eat this egg? Qian Yang was also shocked to see the eggs in Yunhui's hands. How could you have something like that? Grace no longer pays attention to each other. He knows he wants to beat this guy, You must bet your hope on this egg. And he puts them directly in his mouth. Qi and Young felt that something was wrong when he saw this, so he turned into Furlong, hard cones and shot at Grace. The location where Hui was located suddenly filled with smoke. At this time, Qi and Young was very proud. How much improvement can you get by taking just one pill? What a fool. But in the next second, his long cone was chopped into several pieces by Grace. Qi and Young was suddenly shocked. Why did one pill improve him so much? Grace, on the other hand, has evolved into its newest form. Let me show you my current strength. See what Grace looks like now. Qi and Young couldn't help but have some doubts. Are you kidding? Did I take fake medicine before? Didn't wait for him to react. Grace's sidekick had already landed on his head. This blow directly shattered his facial armor, and Grace before it falls, and cut off his arm by the way. At this time, Qi and Young's face was full of horror, keep stepping back. This made him even more convinced that he was taking counterfeit medicine. To confirm my guess, he must take out the enemy in front of him. So he spits out his tusked esophagus at Grace. The esophagus just bit Yunhui's neck. Qi and Young was very excited when he saw this. I thought it was stable. I didn't expect the favor but didn't respond. Are you scratching me? It turns out that Qi and Young's fangs can't even pierce the skin of Grace. And Yunhai grabbed her esophagus. And the wire is wired to wrap it. It runs along the esophagus. Let me help you cut it into small pieces. Qi and Young felt that something was wrong when he saw this. He had to bite his esophagus to protect himself. Then Qi and Young let out an unwilling roar. I didn't expect to be defeated so completely. And then he went down. Grace is a calm face, as if everything was under his control. The fleeing Chen Young is still fantasizing. When I become stronger, I must take revenge on him. Unexpectedly, the next second, his eyes widened. Because his eyes had been sealed by the grid silk thread, it just turned into a pile of flesh and blood in an instant. Grace, it's so cool to feel the power of becoming stronger. However, at this moment, a man with a sharp knife came up to him. This person is Camille, who has collided before. Although both he and Shenyi were almost defeated at his hands at that time. But now I have become stronger. Yunhai thinks she is now fully confident of defeating each other. Camille takes this opportunity to ask about the whereabouts of the Black Ant, and said that the sword he gave me at that time still hurts faintly. That's not easy to handle. As long as you die, it won't hurt anymore. The voice just fell. Yunhu controlled the hair and shot at Camille. Camille obviously didn't take the favor seriously. I saw him draw a sharp knife and block the attack of Grace. I didn't expect it to just come into contact. Cracks appeared in an instant. It's obviously a drug effect. Then the sharp knife broke into several pieces in front of Camel's eyes. Grace is a leap into the air. Seeing this, Camille put his hands on the weapon behind him. When the attack of Grace comes, block again. But Grace's sudden bump caught Camille off guard. Then another kick to kick him out, but that's not enough. Just as Yunhai was about to step forward and give him the fatal blow, suddenly I find that my strength is gradually fading. Then he knelt down beside Camille. His hair is fading at a rate visible to the naked eye. In a blink of an eye, the body returned to its original appearance. At the same time, Camel's sharp knife was also placed on Yunhui's neck. You'd better go back with me obediently. I suddenly thought of a fun game. At this time, Shenyu was watching the video of the hooligan's commentary with his grandmother. Suddenly, the vibration of the phone caught his attention. But when he saw the news, his face turned murderous. Because the picture is the armor on Yunhui's head, and the business card of Club 6 inserted above. Since Grace lost to Camille, he became a prisoner in Club 6. Every day they are forced into the Colosseum, reduced to a plaything watched by others. The cruel bug beast tortured him inhumanly. On this day, Camille came to the cell. At this time, the Grace inside has been beaten to the death. Camille asked curiously what the purpose of the favor was. And at the Colosseum, why not fight back? I won't fight back. I just don't want to be at your mercy. To say that there is indeed a purpose, that is to exterminate you pests. After hearing this, Camel's expression instantly became cold. Tell him before you leave. The next game is about to start. The audience at the Colosseum was very excited because the host announced a special program. The 10 contestants competing today, only one will survive. The first person to appear is today's protagonist, Grace. He must kill the enemy within a minute, otherwise he will have an extra enemy every minute, until Grace dies or he can defeat all his opponents. At this time, the blue beetle opposite has been waiting for a long time. After seeing the appearance of Grace, he pounced on him instantly, and Grace doesn't seem to care about the other party. Meanwhile, in the stands not far away, the ladybug beast defeated by Shenyi is also here. In front of him is Camille. Camille wants him on the field to kill Yunhai, but the ladybug is very dismissive of Camel's arrangement. Participate in that unreasonable game. Are you insulting me? But if the target is you or Kong Daejin, then I'm still willing to help. The voice just fell. The ladybug throws a punch at Camille. It can be seen from this that the relationship between the two is very stiff. Camille was successfully provoked by the opponent. The war is about to break out, but it was interrupted by the sudden ringing of the bell. It was the staff at the club who called. I don't know who destroyed the elevator to the Colosseum. Upon hearing the news, Camille silently hung up the phone. Then he turned to remind the ladybug. The opponent you were expecting has appeared, the other side. The favor in the Colosseum has killed for opponents. But by this time, he was already a powerhouse. But the club didn't give him any time to breathe. A fifth opponent has appeared behind him with his furious roar. Exhausted Grace was kicked into the air by the other party. Just this blow makes Yunhai spit blood as he landed. He was kicked on the waist again after being blown away for dozens of meters. Grace is obviously unable to get up. At this time, a few more bug beasts came out, and they put Grace in the middle. The host has sentenced Grace to death, but everyone was attracted by the sudden abnormal sound at the entrance. I saw the head of a bug beast. He slowly appeared in front of everyone in the dark. Then he was thrown to the ground. Someone trampled it under their feet mercilessly. This person is the murderous Shenyi. His doppelganger also had the corpse of a bug beast in its mouth, and Camille and the audience noticed this. Several bug beasts on the field were also attracted by Shenyi. The host immediately became furious when he saw this. He raised his huge fist and smashed towards Shenyi, and Shenyi looked at each other. It's like looking at a dead person. At this moment, all his doppelgangers converged on his right hand. I saw the light in the doppelganger's mouth continue to spread. Shenyi seized the timing, pulled the trigger on the host. This time, half of the opponent's body was directly blasted into slag. This is Shenyi's latest plasma form. I saw him say domineering, "Dared to bully my friend. You're all going to die today." Then he raised the iron cannon in his hand again. Shoot the concentrated energy towards the center of the bug beast. In a blink of an eye, another bug beast died in his hands. The powerful energy almost affected the favor on the side. "You guy, are you trying to take the opportunity to kill me too?" But the voice just fell. Grace was put under the neck with a sharp blade. Behind him, Camille kept teasing Shenyi. "If you have one, you will shoot at me." Shenyi never expected the other party to be so despicable. The arm that is raised for a moment should not be good. Camille looked at the opponent and dared not fire, so he ordered his men to kill Shenyi. Looking at such a large number of enemies, Shenyi did not dare to delay. "Cover your head with armor." Then a cannon was blasted out. "Take down an enemy again." Then Shenyi charged again. Aim the cannon barrel at the largest bug beast. Then he pulled the trigger without hesitation. But at this critical moment, the giant bug beast grabbed the little bug beast on the side, then threw it at the incoming shells after successfully blocking Shenyi's attack. The giant bug beast raised a powerful fist. I didn't wait for Shenyi to respond. The entire body of the giant bug beast pounced on it. He pressed Shenyi down. When Camille saw this, he thought he would win. He ordered the giant bug beast to bring Shenyi over. But after a long time, the other party did not respond. When he expected something to go wrong, it was too late. I saw the face of the giant bug beast begin to melt. Then an explosion blew it to pieces, and Shenyi came out of it unscathed. Seeing Shenyi so powerful, Camille asked curiously if you also ate the larvae. At this time, Shenyi was still full of killing intent. "Please let go of my friend." As he spoke, he slowly approached Camille. Seeing this, Camille brought the knife closer to the favor, and people in the audience saw their baits get killed, all yelling at Camille for a refund. This caused Camille, who was already on fire, to explode in an instant. I saw him slowly turn his head, looking at everyone with a murderous face. Then he shouted in anger, "If you don't want to die, shut up." Shenyi is afraid that Grace will be hurt. I dare not make a rash move. At this moment, a voice suddenly stopped Shenyi. "Your opponent is me." It was the red ladybug. Shenyi asked curiously, "Are you here to take revenge on me?" Ladybug didn't answer. Instead, he rushed directly in Shenyi's direction. Shenyi is also ready for battle, but the ladybug beast bypassed Shenyi, rushed behind him. Then a straight punch hit Camille in the face. This punch directly saved the favor that was in danger. Camille was sent flying for dozens of meters before he could stabilize himself. At this time, Camille was completely enraged. Shenyi and Yunhub on the side were also at a loss. The ladybug said it just didn't like what Camille did. "I want to have a battle between men with you. Leave it to me first. You take your girlfriend and go first. I'm just here to get my backup, but thank you in advance." Saying that, Shenyu carried the spare food on his shoulder. I didn't wait for the favor to react. Shenyu ran towards the exit. Camille doesn't understand what the ladybug does. "Aren't you afraid that Kong Daejin will eat you?" Ladybug didn't answer, just slowly walking towards Camille. The battle between the two is imminent. At this time, Yunhui was a little curious. How did you get off without the elevator key? But when he saw the hole, he immediately understood. Just when Shenyi stepped forward and was ready to leave here, the sudden fall of rubble above his head made him feel uneasy. Just now, The glasses that turned into bug beasts were sent to Kong Daejin as food. The bug girl on the side couldn't help but drool after seeing it. Daejin doesn't want to share it with others. He gave the other party a warning look. Just eat this meat worm. Then my strength should be on an equal footing with those guys above. As he spoke, he grabbed the bug beast and prepared to enjoy it. But at this moment, the room suddenly vibrated. At the same time, a panicked subordinate also ran in. Junyi is not good. Our coliseum has been invaded, and the gang is about to run away. Kong Daejin heard the words and came to his subordinates. Do I have to do this little thing myself? What did the subordinates want to explain? Unexpectedly, Kong Daejin punched his head in the next second. I don't need useless people here. It seems that we must exercise before meals. Shinyu just took the front foot here. A breath of death suddenly hit my face. It turned out to be Kong Daejin, who was flying down with his fist swinging. This punch directly inlaid Shenyi into the ground. This is just a punch that Kong Daejin did not transform into. Break Shenyi's armor and spit blood. Daejin, who was disturbed to eat, looked very angry. Then he carried the dying Shenyi into the air. At this time, Grace on the side had already been trembling with fright. He had never seen such a strong sense of oppression. Even Shenyi was powerless to fight back in front of him. Don't worry, I won't kill you right away. I hope you can make me have fun. As soon as the voice fell, a heavy punch hit Shenyi in the stomach. I didn't wait for Grace to react from the shock. Kong Daejin passed by his side in an instant. When Grace returns, Kong Daejin's heavy feet had already fallen on Shenyi's body. Then came the inhumane torture of Shenyi. The stubborn Shenyi roared with difficulty. Are you giving me a massage? But strength is not enough. But his stubbornness is just asking for trouble. I saw Kong Daejin grab Shenyi's head. Since you can't make me happy, then go to hell. But this is the moment. Shenyi's doppelganger suddenly appeared behind him. The doppelganger wrapped around Kong Daejin's arm, hold up his head and eat each other. Kong Daejin had no choice but to throw Shenyi aside. Shake your fist at the doppelganger. Next second, the punching arm is also controlled by a few blue threads. This is the use of grace that limits the other person's actions. But it's clear he won't last long. The moves they are good at are like toys in his eyes. In the Colosseum on the other side, the ladybug has been hacked all over, and Camille collapsed to his knees. You can tell by the look of him. He didn't take advantage of the ladybug. The ladybug came to Camille and raised his middle finger. Your strength and character are far worse than the black ant. The voice just fell. Suddenly, a loud bang crashed into the wall behind him. It turned out that Shenyi and Yunhui were thrown inside. That caught the ladybug's attention. I saw Kong Daejin slowly walking out from inside. Camille, you were beaten badly, and Camille was just about to explain. But he was interrupted by an angry Kong Daejin. Who did this to you? You are my subordinate of Kong Daejin. Before meeting Shenyi, the only person the ladybug wants to defeat is Kong Daejin. The audience was dazed, because this is the first time they have met the boss behind the scenes. Kong Daejin greeted the audience in a friendly manner. Then he looked at Shenyi and the others. You didn't eat, did you? Camille, go and throw the food down for me. And Camille thought he had misheard, just wanted to confirm again. It was stopped by Kong Daejin's eyes. Seeing this, Camille immediately got up and flew to the audience. Shenyi and the others couldn't help but wonder what the other party was going to do. I saw a figure slowly falling from above. Take a closer look. This turned out to be a human, but the moment this person lands, his body slowly turned into a larva. Kong Daejin came behind him. It still smells as delicious as ever. Then, humans who turned into bug beasts kept falling from above. Soon, Shenyi and the others were surrounded in the middle. This is the food I carefully prepared for you. Let's continue fighting after eating. This is a group of humans who have just turned into bug beasts. Kong Daejin on the side was eating their bodies. It wasn't that long ago. Shenyi's ants also ate this meat worm, and it evolved into something much more powerful. But even so, he is no match for Kong Daejin. If Kong Daejin is allowed to eat now, so many scarred people, I'm no match for him. Shenyi on the side said coldly, you should try to prevent him from ingesting the larvae. Leave the rest to me. But it's easier said than done. But how do you stop that monster? However, at this moment, Kong Daejin took out a golden larva from the corpse of the bug beast. Ladybug beast screamed bad. Then he quickly rushed towards Kong Daejin. Yunhui saw this and wanted to come forward to help, but he was suddenly stopped by Shenyi behind him. Take the opportunity to get out of here quickly. Leave it to us here. I came here to save you. Hearing Shenyi say that, Yunhui is very happy. But you underestimate me too much. I'll be with the red guy until you've absorbed the larvae. But you have to hurry. The voice just fell. Yunhu's also rushed towards Kong Daejin. Then Shenyi ordered the doppelganger behind him to eat them all. The doppelganger immediately opened his mouth and rushed to the bug beast beside him. Go and help eat too. As soon as he finished speaking, the armor on his body turned into countless ants. He also rushed towards the bug beast. At this time, the ladybug beast was waving its fists at Kong Daejin. I didn't expect his steel fist. He was easily bitten in his mouth by Kong Daejin. Ladybug raises another fist, but it was also successfully caught by the other party. I hate it when people interrupt my meals. After saying that, Kong Daejin shook his head. The ladybug flies towards the audience, but his body landed on a few blue threads. It turned out that Grace arrived in time. Use your ability. With the help of the rebound force of the silk thread, the ladybug beast rushed towards Kong Daejin, who wanted to eat again. This punch hit the opponent firmly in the face. Ladybirds are unreasonable, waving his fists wildly. Finally, he focused all his strength on his right hand. Kong Daejin flew out directly, but the other toes are firmly grasping the ground. He quickly stabilized his retreating body, and he has put the meatworm in his hand into his mouth. Suddenly, an indescribable force swept through the body. Obviously, the opponent's momentum is even stronger than before. I saw Kong Daejin punching the ladybug beast from the air. The ladybug immediately turned on the red shield. The powerful boxing wind blows the audience all over the place. The ladybug's shield is also cracked. So powerful without insect, just a monster. Kong Daejin is also quite satisfied with this. If I could eat all the meatworms, reach the strength of those guys above, it's not impossible. Thinking of this, Kong Daejin no longer pays attention to each other. He turned and walked towards the food, but how could the ladybug let him get away with it so easily? Despite the danger to life, he raised his fist again and rushed towards Kong Daejin. The favor on the side wants to stop. Obviously too late, because Kong Daejin's fist has already hit the ladybug beast. Not waiting for any reaction from the ladybug, kicked in the face again, the ladybug's body hit the wall like a cannonball. His head and body armor are completely cracked, life and death uncertain. Yunhui was completely taken aback by the scene. He knew he was wrong. The monster in front of me has not yet insect. This is simply impossible to defeat, and he's constantly absorbing the larvae's power. At this time, Kong Daejin grabbed a bug beast again. If you eat him, you will be the fifth one. But Kong Daejin suddenly showed an expression full of disbelief. This bug beast is crawling with ants, and they're turning human, larvae that can enhance strength. Also dragged out of his mouth by ants, Kong Daejin looked aside curiously. I found that those ants actually put the meatworm in Shenyi's hands. Are you competing with me for food? Shenyi ignored this. Put the meatworm directly into the mouth. Exactly 10 should be able to kill you. Unknown kid, you managed to provoke me. You will pay for this, since you ate my food. Then let me eat you up. While speaking, Kong Daejin rushed towards Shenyi. But this is the moment. Several black shadows suddenly emerged from Shenyi's body. When these shadows landed, they became humanoid ant warriors. The armor on Shenyi's arm also grew a pair of purple eyes. I saw Shenyi slowly raise his arm and point at Kong Daejin. You go and eat him for me. The voice just fell. The 11 ants behind Shenyi, they all rushed towards Kong Daejin, facing these approaching monsters. Kong Daejin didn't panic at all, even gave an excited smile. The black ant rushing at the front was instantly scattered by him. These doppelgangers are as fragile as toys in front of him, but the ants are like unbeatable cockroaches. Kong Daejin was not only restricted from moving those newly dispersed black ants, it has also been restored to its original state in the blink of an eye. A doppelganger at this time looks at the right time, raised a powerful fist, it smashed into Kong Daejin's head. The powerful force made him bend down uncontrollably. This is simply an insult to Kong Daejin. As he freed himself from the bondage of his hands became knives and instantly scattered the doppelganger in front of him. But when he looked up, he found an incredible scene. It turned out that the other two clones had already pointed iron cannons at him. Just look at the momentum emitted by the barrel. This power is definitely not worse than Shenyi himself. At this time, Shenyu also slowly raised his left hand. With his order, the two clones pulled the trigger without hesitation. It is impossible for Kong Daejin to hide, because his feet have been tightly controlled by the black ants. But he wasn't nervous at all, also find it interesting. But when the iron cannon hit him, the pain from his body made Kong Daejin clench his teeth. But the attack of the black ants did not end there. They kept firing iron cannons in Kong Daejin's direction. After a few minutes, Shen Yukai gave the order to stop the attack. I thought the battle was over, but as the smoke slowly dissipates, a weird smile appeared in front of everyone, and with it came a strong figure. This person is the insect-like Kong Daejin, King Tiger Armor. Such a violent attack didn't hurt him at all. In fact, you are already very good. It can actually force me to insect. I'm really getting more and more interested in you. I'm a little reluctant to kill you. Shenyu doesn't want to listen to his nonsense anymore. Just wave your hand. The two clones aimed the iron cannon at Kong Daejin again. But this time, without waiting for them to pull the trigger, he was punched into slag by Kong Daejin. Just the boxing wind blew a big hole into the wall behind Shenyi. At this moment, Shenyi was completely exposed to the other party. He wants to assemble the doppelgangers. Obviously, it's too late. Kong Daejin will not give Shenyi another chance. Directly towards him, Shenyi hurriedly covered his arm with armor in front of his chest. Avoid the risk of being smashed into meat puree, but even so, he was still pushed against the wall by Kong Daejin. The strong squeeze made Shenyi breathless. Does 10 meat bugs increase the strength? You have disappointed me so much. The voice just fell. Kong Daejin tried again. Knocked Shenyi into another room, then he pressed Shenyi's head to the ground. Constant friction. Shenyi could no longer hold on. Spit out a mouthful of blood. Kong Daejin slowly lifted Shenyi in the air. Killing you now is as easy as pinching an ant to death. I will eat you bite by bite. It won't be easy for you to die. Here you go, come and eat it all. Shenyi's sudden words made Kong Daejin a little confused. Little did he know that this was not meant for him at all. Kong Daejin turned his head curiously. It was found that Shenyi's doppelganger had turned into a black snake. All rushed towards him. They took Shenyi from Kong Daejin's hands, bit him. The pain of the tear made Shenyi scream. Kong Daejin on the side was a little confused. Are you committing suicide? As he spoke, a black snake had already circled behind Shenyi. Then he opened his bloody mouth and swallowed Shenyi. And Shenyu not only did not die, it has also evolved a ghost Asura form. At this time, Kong Daejin seemed to have become prey in Shenyu's eyes and in Kong Daejin's eyes. Shenyi seems to be a beast that has lost its humanity. I saw Shenyi let out a roar and rushed towards the other party. Kong Daejin grinned. That's kind of interesting. After saying that, he also threw a fist at Shenyi. Yunhui has long been shocked and speechless. Little did he know that even if Shenyi could win in the end, he will also become inhumane, become a demon who only kills. Camille in the stands couldn't help but be secretly shocked when he saw this. Black ants can actually force the boss to turn on insect transformation. How far can he grow? This situation is beyond their control now. Must be reported to superiors. Thinking of this, Camille said hello to his men and was about to leave here. But at this moment, a figure suddenly emerged from the darkness. When Camille saw this, she broke into a cold sweat. Please tell me about the black ant in your mouth. The community is very interested in him. This person is one of the 7 high-level executives of the Heavenly Bug Organization. On the other side, Kong Daejin and the black ant have already scuffled together. The two of you come and go, give in to each other. They want to kill each other every time they make a move. They all gave up their defenses. The battle was intense. Kong Daejin is superior. He punched the black ant in the face, just as the black ant's body flew backwards. A laser slid past Kong Daejin's face. A burning pain made Kong Daejin glared at him. The black ant's hands firmly grasped the ground to stabilize its figure. I saw a huge scorpion tail aiming at Kong Daejin. The moment the energy is gathered, the black ant shot at the opponent without hesitation. Kong Daejin hurriedly raised his arm to block the attack. Is that all you know? Let me teach you an easier one. After saying that, the hind legs suddenly used force. The laser cannon with the black ant on it rushed towards the opponent. Violent impact. It directly smashed the barrel of the black ant into the sky. Although the laser cannon failed to cause damage to Kong Daejin, but a powerful destructive force instantly penetrated the building of the club. The battle between the two has long been a favor, and I can't speak. At this moment, the ladybug beast on the side spit out a mouthful of blood, slowly woke up. Kong Daejin kept pushing back against the black ant. The black ant suddenly launched an attack and tried to force the other party back. It didn't work. Kong Daejin threw a heavy punch while dodging the attack. This blow directly amputated the black ant's right arm at the waist, but the broken arm instantly turned into a doppelganger and bit Kong Daejin's body. Wait for the other party to respond. The clone's claws have been swung towards the opponent, but this kind of attack hit Kong Daejin like a tickle. If that's all you have, then you can die. The voice just fell. Kong Daejin punched again. The body of the black ant was instantly turned into slag. But it didn't end there as expected. When he turned around, he realized the body of the black ant is healing rapidly with the naked eye. This scene made Kong Daejin clench his fists in anger. You tough guy, in that case. I'll keep hitting you until you can't recover, but this is the moment. And something magical happened. Kong Daejin's arm miraculously disappeared. What the hell is going on here? Kong Daejin slowly turned his head and found that his arm had fallen to the ground. It looks like the inside of the arm has become hollow, and it was crawling with ants. Kong Daejin can't believe it. I was hurt like this by a little bug. You damn guy. What did you do to me? Saying that, he threw his fist again and scattered the black ant's body. At this time, Kong Daejin has lost his mind. Why are things the way they are? Obviously, I have done my best. But why can't you kill the guy in front of you? Suddenly, Kong Daejin felt his back go cold. It turned out that the black ant turned into a demon came behind him. Struggle as much as you can. My food. Are you kidding me? I'm the top predator? But I didn't wait for him to finish speaking. The body suddenly lost its weight and fell to the ground. It turned out that his legs were eaten by black ants in the same way. Kong Daejin finally couldn't stand it anymore. Issued a heart-wrenching roar. Even if I become what I am now, you are no match for me. I will still eat you. But when he saw what the black ant looked like now, instantly closed his mouth. At this moment, Kong Daejin's heart was filled with tension and despair, and he was shaking with fear, constantly begging the black ant for mercy. I saw the black ant open its bloody mouth, exposed Shinyi hidden inside, start enjoying our delicious food. After saying that, the black ant turned into a hungry wolf, nibbling on Kong Daejin's body. After he ate his last bite of flesh, suddenly raised his head and screamed at the top. After Yunhui heard the movement, bring the ladybug beast to the black ant's side. What came into view was Shenyi, who was wrapped in black ants, and the broken corpse of Kong Daejin on the ground. This scene immediately shocked Yunhui. Shenyi, how are you? Little did he know that the person in front of him was no longer Shenyi. I saw the other party slowly turn his head. Our food is here again. The two of them were also shocked by Shenyi's appearance now. The evil aura on him seemed to have materialized. The two were out of breath, not waiting for any reaction from the ladybug. The devil Shenyi has come to the front of Grace. At this time, the ladybug beast wants to stop it. Obviously, it is too late, because Shenyi has already strangled Yunhui's neck. At the same time, he shot a black shadow from within his body. The shadow instantly turned into a doppelganger. By on the ladybug, I saw Shenyi slowly lift the favor into the air. Grace couldn't believe her eyes. He looked at Shenyi as if he had opened a kaleidoscope of blood chakras. Just as he was about to eat the favor, the ladybug broke free just in time. One punch interrupted Shenyi's feeding. Grace can't help but roar. Wake up! Don't you even recognize me? The ladybug beast is also full of disappointment with Shenyi. This is not the black ant he knows at all. The two attacked Shenyi at the same time. Facing the actions of the two, Shenyi's face was full of disdain. Start enjoying our delicious food with Shenyi's order. Grace's legs and the arms of the ladybug beast were instantly covered with ants. These ants are constantly sucking onto chakras. If you don't stop Shenyi in time, then they will end up like Kong Daejin, eaten by Shenyi as food, facing old friends. At this time, Shenyi not only did not have the slightest pity, even showed a perverted smile. But this is not Shenyi's original intention. The real Shenyi knelt in his spiritual world like a sinner. He is surrounded by black ants and many doppelgangers. At this time, Shenyi has lost the desire to resist. He's had enough of being tortured by ants for years. If you really like my body, then take it. After obtaining Shenyi's consent, all the doppelgangers walked towards him, ready to eat him. However, at this moment, a strange noise attracted their attention. Shenyi slowly raised his head. He found a red claw trampling a huge black ant underfoot. Take a closer look. This is the same red ant that saved him the last time he lost control. Thank you for saving me again, but I'm at my limit. Just give up. After the red ant hears, a dazzling red light began to appear on the body. The next second, Shenyi's eyes widened in surprise, because those red lights converged into a human in a blink of an eye. Shenyi looked at this person as if he had an inexplicable sense of intimacy. The energy emitted by the red ant at this time instantly repelled the black ants. The doppelganger senses that something is wrong. He rushed towards the red ant. The red ant just raised its hand slightly. The clone that rushed up instantly turned to ashes. The powerful energy even spread to Shenyi on the side. Before leaving, the red ant said something meaningful to Shenyi. My child, you must live well. Who are you? Please don't leave me. And Shenyi could only watch helplessly as the red ants slowly disappeared. At this time, Shenyi in reality was hugging his head and roaring in pain. Grace and the ants on the ladybug beast also slowly receded. The crisis is lifted, but when Yunhu looked up at Shenyi, it seemed like he was going through something very tragic. Grace held him in her arms distressed. Shenyi's mood also slowly stabilized. A tear suddenly fell on Grace's shoulder. Yunhu looked up and found out. At this time, Shenyi was already in tears. Because of the red ant he just saw, it was the mother he hadn't seen in a long time. Unaware of the favor, can't help but look dumbfounded. The guy who was going crazy just now is crying now. Shenyi, what's wrong with you? It's all over. I'll take you away now. Your relationship is really extraordinary. Are you dating after listening to Inhui? He directly threw Shenyi to the other party. If you like it, I'll give it to you. At this point, the club building collapsed. Just when a few people were about to leave here, a strange figure quietly appeared behind them. Isn't it rude to just leave? The two who heard the voice couldn't help but be secretly shocked. When did he appear there? At the same time, there were also two bug girls beside Camille and Kong Daejin. The man slowly stood up. You did all this, right? Ladybug hands Shenyi over to Inhui. This guy is dangerous. You go first. I just want to get off work quickly and ask a few questions. I hope you don't do anything stupid. I didn't wait for the man to finish speaking. Camille on the side quit. How dare you guys kill my boss? The voice just fell. He took the lead in rushing in Shenyi's direction. The two bug girls are also close behind. The man behind him sighed helplessly. Then the heads of the two bug girls flew into the air. Camille was also pressed to the ground by a hand that suddenly appeared. This simple blow nearly knocked Camille unconscious. It was this mysterious man who shot. I hate it when people interrupt me. Grace and the ladybug realize in an instant, this person is definitely a more dangerous existence than Kong Daejin. No one will disturb me now, will they? I am a poisonous moth among the top 6 executives of the Celestial Worm Organization. All you have to do is answer my question. First of all, our leader, Brad, appreciates you very much. Do you want to join the Celestial Worm Organization? The three of them did not expect the other party to ask such a brainless question. The guy you're talking about named Brad. Where is it? I can't wait to kill him now. Please don't call our leader's name casually. I can't help but want to kill you. You said you were one of the executives, and how many of you are there? There are a total of 6 cadres with the same strength as me. Kong Daejin has been working hard to become a cadre. Too bad you killed it, but organizationally, he has long been disliked. Even if you don't do it, I'll deal with him this time too. A guy like him who relies on bugs to improve his strength. We don't like it at all. The Celestial Worms are now engaged in a fierce battle with humans. Our goal is to replace humans, be at the top of the food chain. Yunhui and the ladybug beast couldn't help but be secretly shocked after hearing this. I could kill you all in an instant, but the leader specifically asked me to save your life. So do you want to join the Celestial Worm Organization or not? You just have to answer yes or no. Both of them thought the tone of the guy's voice was annoying. They all give each other the middle finger. It couldn't be more obvious, but it also managed to anger the man in front of him. At this moment, the ladybug beast suddenly stepped forward. I don't know what's the grudge between you. I only need to be able to fight against the strong. If you join the Celestial Worm Organization, wouldn't it be a lot less fun, not to mention favors? It was Brad who destroyed his family. He would rather die than join the Celestial Worm Organization. The originally angry man laughed when he heard the two's remarks. Young people can be arrogant, but not ignorant. I see what you mean after saying that. The man threw Camille in front of them. This guy is my gift to you. Some of you in this group have to rely on bug-eating beasts to survive. The person he was talking about was obviously Shenyi. You can kill it or feed him. Do as you please. After saying that, he disappeared in place. The ladybug finally breathed a sigh of relief. Then a few people left this place of right and wrong. Soon they flew to the top floor. The ladybug threw Camille aside. Grace roared when she saw this. What are you doing with this burden? Don't you think this guy is pitiful? Besides, it's going to collapse soon. I'm still missing a sandbag. As they spoke, a group of humans were coming towards them. The ladybug realizes it's too late. The Reaper squad was in front of them in a blink of an eye. Seeing this, the ladybug beast hurriedly blocked the two behind. The team informed Bug, who is still downstairs, of the situation. Then they rushed towards a few people, and Huey holds Shenyi in one hand, the other hand makes silk. Shenyi's human appearance must not be discovered by them, so after several people covered their faces, they stopped entangling with them. The Reaper squad did not relent in the slightest, shot at them several times, but these bullets failed to break through the ladybug's armor. The ladybug raised its fist angrily, then hit the ground hard. Use this to stop the squad from continuing to hunt them down. Bug, while being escaped by the enemy. Grace and several people also broke through the building of the club. Although a few people look a little embarrassed, but they managed to escape. After seeing this, Bug also fired several shots at several people in a row. But this distance is obviously out of range. He could only watch helplessly as a few people fled. The consolation is, they caught a bug beast at the scene. It was the abandoned Camille. The strange thing is that the big meat worm that Kong Daejin was going to eat has disappeared. I don't know who ate him secretly. The leader of the Reaper squad, who had not been seen in many episodes, also reappeared. He called the other captains for an important meeting. They are the most powerful beings in the Reaper department. At this time, the one-eyed captain asked impatiently, "What is the main content of this meeting? We are obviously on the same level." Why listen to his call? Each of them expressed their dissatisfaction. The meeting was a mess for a while. I heard that there have been a lot of accidents in your area. We lost a lot of resources. Please explain this. And that's what this conference is about. Prevent unnecessary sacrifices in the future. This person is a fighter from Soul Squad Group B, but his words drew ridicule from another. The relationship between the two is obviously not harmonious. I heard one of your men also got the insect gene. Now he's a special person, and he's getting higher and higher. and you turn a blind eye to it. I also accepted that there was something wrong with their genes. You're just jealous that someone else has become stronger than you. In fact, the captain of Zone B just hates insects. I can't accept it for a while. We are obviously the department that catches bugs here. Why are there bugs buzzing? Should I kill him? Make it quiet here? The man in sunglasses is also very dissatisfied. You try it. Their conversation woke up a sleeping captain. Please be quiet. I will announce the content of the meeting. We gathered this time mainly to cope with the full attack of bugs. We need a large number of combatants. You said total war. Do bugs still dare to attack our headquarters? I guess you're right. These bugs have been active recently. They formed a group called the Skyworm Organization. The one-eyed captain said that he had fought against the bug beasts of the Heavenly Bug Organization. They are indeed different from ordinary bug beasts. At this moment, the long-haired man took out a notebook in his arms. Let me show you this. See what's inside and ask a question. Is the photo of the subject above a mother and child? The man in the mask saw this and snatched the book. He always felt that the experimental subject above seemed to have been seen somewhere before, just as he was about to ask the captain something. Suddenly, an old man walked in at the door. Although I don't know where you got that book, but please stop it. This person is Dr. Wan from the laboratory. Is this book yours? Please tell us about the above situation. That book belongs to my disciple, but I was watching all of these experiments. The Castle Project is a secret project carried out by the experimental team. Very few people know. A total of 3 experiments were made. They were very successful. But then one day the lab caught fire, destroyed everything. When the relevant departments arrive, there's only one subject left. Where is the subject you mentioned? Why don't we know anything? When Boshi also shook his head, that's all he knows. The rest is only known to those above. Did you study that book because you wanted to fight the bug beasts? If you want to become stronger, you can try the insect genes I developed. Your department has been rejecting my research. Would you like to take this opportunity to try it? The disciple of the masked man injected my insect gene. It has now been promoted to the position of the next branch chief. The old man got more and more excited. Without noticing at all, a cold eye was staring at him. The masked man can't take it anymore. Hit the table with a punch. The marble tabletop instantly smashed him to smithereens. When Boshi finally shut his mouth, if you dare to make such a request to our team again, next time I'll smash your head in. However, this attracted the ridicule of the man in sunglasses again. It is because of your supreme human dignity. So many of your men have died. Elderly people should not be discouraged. Our team is very interested in your research. Next time there is an enhanced experiment, don't forget our team. And so the meeting ended in noise. Come on, we're going back too. At this point, they don't know. Group B has been attacked internally. I don't know if you remember these 2 brothers. In episode 2, they killed a bug beast on the train. In the corpse of the bug beast, a golden larva crawled out. The larva also shot into the head of the brother. You can clearly see him swimming inside at this time. The younger brother is under attack at the branch. It was his brother who shot. You can tell from the way he looks that this has mutated. He took out all the guards here and stuck the knife in his brother's body. Then he came to an iron gate. Without hesitation, he pressed the switch. As the iron door slowly opens, a dark shadow emerged from within. My brother showed an extremely excited expression after seeing this. Why does that huge black shadow look so familiar? It looks like a larger black ant. My brother's height is only up to his knees. I was so excited to see this big guy's brother. And he fell to his knees. Please help me wake up. The monster ignored his request. I reached out and grabbed his head. My brother thought the monster would fulfill his wish, but I never expected. The monster just crushed his head with a little force. Blood spurted everywhere due to the sound of the first level alarm. All fighters are headed here. They had sprayed it with insecticide beforehand. Soon, the team surrounded the black monster. After seeing this, the monster released his brother who was only left with his body. Squad people don't talk nonsense. Fire directly at the monster. The team members at this time have no idea how he got out. Their bullets hit the monster like a tickle, can't cause substantial harm at all. At this moment, the monster's throat let out a low roar. One of them realized something was wrong. Obviously too late, I saw the monster waving at everyone. The people in front of him were cut in half by him in an instant. After solving these troubles, the monster is not in a hurry to get out of here. He seemed to be waiting for someone to arrive. At this time, several people who ended the meeting were rushing back to the base. It turned out that the seriously injured brother informed the captain of what happened here. When they got back to the base, they found a raging fire. After an explosion, the car was forced to stop where it was. At this moment, several people finally realized how serious the situation was. The captain also saw the culprit of the accident. The black monster slowly emerged from the smoke. The most powerful man in the mask was also secretly shocked. How did this horrible guy come out? At the same time, the monsters also discovered their existence. The captain took out his weapon and stood in front of the monster. Although hedgehogs also want to fight together, but against such a formidable opponent, the captain asked him to drive back to headquarters to request support. The masked man at this time is also ready for battle. You'd better not get in my way. He's mine. The captain silently lit a cigarette. If you don't make a move for a long time, you will be underestimated. Let's be better than anyone else. With the roar of the monster, the two rushed towards each other at the same time. Fierce battle is imminent. Same time, in a luxurious villa, Grace, who had just taken a shower, walked out of the room. He was almost blinded by the glowing golden man beside him. It turns out that these are the awards won by ladybugs as boxes. Since several people left the club, came to the house of the ladybug. Same bug beast. Why is this guy doing so well? Yunhu was obviously jealous. At this time, Shenyu was placed on the sofa by the two of them. This battle made him suffer a lot, although I haven't woken up yet. But Yunhu found that he recovered quickly. It's not life-threatening. But the ladybug beast suddenly expressed regret for bringing Shenyi to the house, because the ants in Shenyi are crawling everywhere. This makes the ladybug feel very uncomfortable. After a bit of fun, Grace carefully cleaned up Shenyi's wounds. The ladybug pointed at Shenyi and remembered something. The poisonous moth once said that Brad wanted Shenyi to live well. Why doesn't he just kill us? Yunhu looked at Shenyi very distressed. He only remembers Shenyi when he heard Brad's name. Unusual anger. He wanted to kill that mysterious guy more than anyone else. Shenyi and the leader of the Heavenly Bug Organization? Is there really a special relationship? This man was originally a member of the Reaper Squad, but I was accidentally infected by a bug beast during a mission. Not only did he become a bug beast, also killed many former partners, released the super monster imprisoned in the headquarters. Facing these guards who came, monsters just wave. Everyone was split in half by him in an instant. Then the monster walked out of the headquarters smartly. The captain who received the notification hurried to the headquarters. As soon as I got out of the car, I saw a monster walking out. Facing such a terrifying guy, that to decide to deal with him together. But when the weapons of the two immediately slashed on the monster, they found that something was wrong. Because their weapons are blocked by a black substance and cannot advance at all. The two knew that the monster in front of them was very strong, but I didn't expect the gap to be so big. At this time, the black monster also laughed. Is this all you have as a captain? If that's the case, then you can go to hell. As soon as the voice fell, the monster raised its arm. The two noticed that something was wrong and immediately put the weapon in front of their chests. Body burst back. Wait for the two to react. The black monster raised its arms and rushed towards them again. And not to be outdone, but during the attack they were surprised to find those black substances turned out to be tiny ants. If we get beat by ants, we don't have to work in the department. After saying that, the masked man threw the weapon in his hand at the other party. At the same time, the captain released a powerful current, wrapped the broken blade thrown by the masked man. But the two cooperate perfectly, still unable to break through the black monster's defenses. However, their offensive did not end there. I saw the masked man jumping high. He slashed the broken blade in his hand on the monster's body. A stream of purple blood spurted out in an instant. How did it go? Isn't that cool? The masked man's actions obviously angered the other party. Do you know what it means to make me bleed? I'm not interested in what it means. I just know that this color is really disgusting. Then he jumped up again. The weapon in his hand kept swinging and slashing at the monster. At this moment, the monster's eyes seemed to be looking at a dead person. The masked man never thought of it. He attacked the other party with all his strength, but there was no response. He didn't even see the other person's movements. The black monster came behind him at the same time. One arm and one leg of the masked man were also cut off and flew into the air. Watching my partner get hurt, the captain can only let out an angry roar. The masked man is unwilling. I saw him land on one foot. He turned around and slashed at the black monster again. He also managed to amputate one of the monster's arms. When he landed, the masked man held the monster's arm in his arms. However, this small injury is nothing to the monster at all. The masked man at this time is half kneeling next to the monster, has lost the ability to escape. He also knows that even if the two work together, they are no match for the monster. So he shouted for the captain to get out of here. The captain can't do anything about abandoning his teammates. He slowly walked up to the monster. The monster is not in a hurry to start. He said what he wanted. If you hand over the experimental case obediently, I could consider letting you live. But the captain looked confused. I have no idea what he's talking about. The thing you mentioned should be strictly confidential. What are you going to do with that thing? In fact, the experimental case in the mouth of the monster. It's the experiment in the castle plan, but he didn't know that the subject wasn't in the Reaper department. Before he could tell us what the subject was for, the sudden appearance of the car sent the monster flying. It turns out that the hedgehog didn't leave here. When he saw his companion injured, he drove his car into the monster. Another dying guy. I will fulfill you. Then he raised his hand and split the car in half. Fortunately, the hedgehog reacted in time and was not a big problem. Team leader, I will buy some time. Please take Chenzon and leave alive. But the captain ignored the hedgehog because the captain knows. All three of them may have to explain here today. However, at this moment, a missile flew in this direction. It's too late for the monster to hide. You can only reach out and pick it up. After an explosion, the two looked back. It turned out that Bug got here in a helicopter. The hedgehog took this opportunity to pick up Chenzon. Several people left here in a helicopter. When the monster emerged from the smoke, the missing people instantly roared up to the sky. A few days later, Shenyi and Enhui, who have recovered, came to the school classroom, but there were only two of them in the classroom. Shenyu picked up the phone and found out. Nami said the school is taking a break from school. Grace definitely doesn't want to miss this kind of thing. Shenyi, let's go too. Is there any way we can catch up to them? How could this kind of thing stumble me, Miss Grace? After a long time, the two appeared at the school gate. Then a red Benz appeared in front of the two. It turns out that the way to favor is to let the ladybug act as the driver. You two guys, don't forget to invite me to dinner then. Grace can't wait, but just when a few people were happily on the road, little did they know that a dragonfly was following them behind them. Could this dragonfly be from the Skyworm organization? What's the point of following them? The boy was originally a soldier to defend the country, but now it has become a terrifying bug beast. However, the cause of his mutation is just a tiny dragonfly. It wasn't that long ago, a veteran in the army caught a dragonfly. The new recruits on the side are praising the captain's ability. Only Seki lowered his head and felt bored. After seeing this, the captain came to Shixi with an evil smile. I've heard it's got a lot of protein in it. I'll catch it to make up for you. You won't reject it, will you? Shixi couldn't help but be shocked after hearing it. But I didn't wait for him to refuse. He was grabbed by the captain. You have to say no. I promise I'll let you die tonight. Shixi was so scared that he didn't dare to make a sound, can only be forced to accept. Then the captain stuffed the dragonfly into the mouth of Shixi. Then he let his subordinates watch Shixi swallow it together. If you dared to spit it out, feed him a few more after confirming that Shixi eats it again. A few people left here like nothing happened. Shixi shed tears of humiliation. However, the next day, when the troops held a football match, obviously in June, but Shixi felt cold all over. He felt as if something was about to break out of the cocoon inside him. The opposing player is coming towards him with the ball. The bullying captain yelled for him to stop the ball. However, Shixi's body was terribly uncomfortable, didn't hear at all. When he reacts, the football has been shot into the goal by the opponent. The captain thought Shixi was playing tricks on him, went up and punched him, greeting his family while fighting. Others seemed to have taken it for granted. No one came forward to dissuade. Soon night comes. The staff on duty tonight are Shixi and the captain. Sorry about the day. Can you take it easy? But Shixi didn't seem to hear him. Keep a straight face. The captain said loudly after seeing this. I'm apologizing to you. Are you deaf? Little do they know that the dragonflies in Shixi at this time, it's almost completely digested. See each other, still no response. The captain raised his arm. He threw the cigarette in his hand directly onto Shixi's body. Do you want me to beat you up again? However, at this time, Shixi's body had already begun to mutate. The captain who wanted to teach Shixi a lesson suddenly stopped in place. Because just now it was Shixi in the shape of a human. In a blink of an eye, it became a bug beast. The captain's face was also full of disbelief. A barrage of gunfire masked the captain's screams. In a bus on the other side, Nami is looking out the window board. So there's this guy with the lollipop. Notice Nami in a daze. She passed the candy to Nami. Muse, please accept my love. Didn't wait for her to finish speaking. Nami threw a punch at the opponent. The boy was so frightened that he threw the candy on the ground. Don't tell me those boring things. Afterwards, Nami noticed the lollipop on the ground. Just as he bent over to pick it up, a dark shadow suddenly flew past the window. The shadow pointed the weapon in his hand at the moving bus. Except for Nami, who was picking up lollipops, everyone else was beaten into a sieve. The boy who just accosted Nami has lost his life. Nami slowly raised her head. I found out that the whole car was dead. Something seemed to have fallen off the roof. It turned out to be the mutated soldier standing on it. Can Nami survive another bullet? On the other side, Shenyi and the others who were unaware of it? Coming this way, on the way, the ladybug suddenly remembered something. When did you just start evolving? Why did you suddenly think of this question? Tell me about yourself first. The ladybug doesn't talk nonsense after listening to it. tell your past. It turned out that he was a famous fight king when he was in school. At that time, he beat up the gangsters who bullied students nearby. But the next day, the ladybug got its revenge. Although he fights hard, 2 fists can't beat 4 hands. The ladybug was soon beaten all over. At that time, because he was too angry and couldn't control his emotions mutated. Then he killed all the gangsters who beat him up. And this is how he first mutated. He later joined the 6th club. I learned a few things from Hannah, who made bug medicine. Whether it's eating bugs or getting bitten by an insect with mutated cells will mutate. Those cells blend in and slowly change our genes unconsciously. People who are infected can go about their normal lives just like normal people. But once stimulated by the outside world, it is possible to awaken the ability of insects. That's when he realized he accidentally ate a ladybug. But where did Hannah go after she disappeared from the club? What a pity for such a beautiful beauty. Listen to him. Yoon, who's also remembered that she seemed to have eaten a bug too. 2 years ago, Yoon-hae and her father were on their way home. He stuck his head out of the car. Then a fluffy bug flew head on. The bug just flew into his mouth. The father on the side told him to spit it out quickly. Ken Huey pointed to her mouth, said he swallowed the bug. And then the bugs killed his whole family. From that day on, Grace discovered that her body had mutated. Speaking of this favor, I fell into deep thought. The ladybug quickly apologized. "Excuse me, reminds you of something unhappy." Then the ladybug looked at Shenyi in the rearview mirror. "Black Ant, when did you start waking up?" Grace on the side is also more curious about this. And Shenyi said that it was like this when he was very young. I don't remember the details. Although Shenyi was telling the truth, but the two were obviously not satisfied. Ahead is their destination, if nothing else. An accident is about to happen. At this moment, the vehicle ahead suddenly blocked, and there are a lot of military guards around. And then a soldier came up to their car, said there was a riot ahead, tell them to turn around. Kayun really doesn't want to give up this trip, constantly begging the soldiers to let them go. At this time, Shenyi, who was behind the car, suddenly felt the message that there was a bug beast nearby. Meanwhile, several gunshots were heard not far away. It looks like something really happened ahead. What do we do now? Facing the inquiry of the ladybug beast, Shenyi said coldly and rushed over. There may be the bug beast we are looking for ahead. The ladybug rushed out with one foot on the accelerator. I didn't expect to encounter such exciting things when I came out with you. By the time the soldiers realized, it was too late. The ladybug has driven through the guardrail. At this time, gunshots kept coming from the battlefield ahead. The soldiers kept firing missiles into the air, while the dragonflies dodged the missiles. The body swoops downwards. It was too late for the soldiers to hide. In the blink of an eye, they were cut in half by the dragonfly. The surviving soldiers want to call headquarters for support. Little did he know that the enemy was behind him. I saw him slowly pick up a magazine, skillfully mounted on a weapon. And here comes the real technique. Damn you guys. Soldiers on the other side are still calling for support. The next second, a grenade landed in front of him. The soldier was then submerged in the flames of the explosion, but when the smoke clears, the soldier didn't get hurt at all. When he looked up, he realized 2 mysterious people came to him. This person is the purple-haired captain of Reaper Squad South District. Leave the rest of this to us. We will definitely kill that bug beast to avenge our brothers. At this time, the dragonfly beast also seemed to sense the danger, pointed the gun at Captain Purple Hair. Are you that evil bug beast? I will destroy you on behalf of justice. The voice just fell to right-hand men came behind him. The purple-haired captain also showed his fist with lightning. He made up his mind that he had to kill this cruel guy today. And dragonflies don't talk nonsense. Pulled the trigger on him without hesitation. But Captain Purple Hair had no intention of hiding at all. The 2 right-hand men behind him had already stopped the bullet for him, and then they just disappear. If it weren't for the compound eyes of dragonflies, it's hard for him to see each other's movements. I saw that the body of the dragonfly beast kept retreating. At the same time, the weapon in his hand kept shooting at the enemy. But the cloaks of the 2 men are like armor, can't hurt them at all. The 2 right-hand men don't want to play with him anymore. I saw sharp spikes growing on their arms. The 2 waved the spike towards the dragonfly beast. Both arms of the dragonfly were cut off in an instant. At the same time, there was a strong current sweeping through the body. The dragonfly let out a piercing scream. Captain Purple Hair looks at the right time. He passed his 2 men and rushed towards the dragonfly beast. I saw him raise his fist with lightning. If you only have this strength, then you can die. The voice just fell. The dragonfly is punched in the face, and the punch of the purple-haired captain. It is the unrecognizable fist that has been lost for a long time in the rivers and lakes. The dragonfly was punched and flew dozens of meters away. His left eye has been blown out. It seems that there is no more power to fight, but he still let out an unwilling roar at the other party for the screams of dragonflies. The purple-haired captain punched him in the stomach with another unrecognizable punch. The captain kept venting his anger on the other side. Cruel bug beasts like you deserve to be beaten to death by my fist. The dragonfly beast was about to lose consciousness after being beaten, looking at the fist that the other party threw at him. This scene is exactly the same as when the monitor bullies himself, but the captain didn't give him a chance to react at all. The fist landed on his face again, just as Purple Hair was about to beat him to death. It suddenly stopped again, because the dragonfly mistook him for the monitor, constantly begging for mercy from the Purple Hair. Purple Hair mistook him for an accomplice, so he had his men capture him alive, bring it back to the base and torture the other party. But now they didn't find anyone. The hands of the dragonfly beast that had just been chopped off grew back. The dragonfly beast, who was still begging for mercy, suddenly roared, "Trying to catch me is a dream," and then he raised his regenerated arm. Two men sensed danger, rushing towards their captain. I saw the arm of the dragonfly beast open its mouth. Several yellow bug beasts shot out of it. The two men standing in front of the captain were instantly separated. They were willing to risk their lives to save the captain. The complacent dragonfly beast is still mocking the Purple Hair. "Aren't you going to arrest me? Why did you die so accidentally?" The Purple Hair, who lost his subordinates, was instantly furious. "You damn guy." The dragonfly knows it may not be his match on the ground, so he flew into the air. Then he raised his arm again to point at the purple-haired captain. In the next second, countless bugs flew towards the Purple Hair. "Do you think this boring trick will hurt me?" Purple Hair swung the lightning fist into the air. Those flying bugs were instantly electrocuted and lost their vitality. The dragonfly beast can't hurt the other party even if it sees its own tricks. He doesn't bother anymore, turned and flew away from here. However, how could Zaif let him go so easily? He used a 1,000-year-old gesture to gather a wave of energy. Powerful energy shot towards the flying dragonfly beast. The energy wave precisely hit the dragonfly's back. The body of the attacked dragonfly falls uncontrollably downward. But just halfway down, he suddenly accelerated and rushed forward. Purple Hair was furious again after seeing this. "How dare you play with me?" Then he chased in the direction where the dragonfly had escaped. "I swear to kill this bug beast." Look at the bus that was attacked. The guards didn't notice a dark shadow flying overhead. It turned out that Yoon, who is sneaked here secretly. He went to the bus to check the situation, and there was nobody there, and there's blood everywhere. The ladybug pretended to be a student brother and learned about the situation from the staff. The bus was empty when they found it on the other side. Shinyu was rushing to the bug beast he sensed before. Halfway through, he got a call. Yoon-hui reported the situation to him. With his understanding of bug beasts, the people in the car were probably hidden as food. Shinyu doesn't know if Nami-yu was killed. In order to find the bug beast as soon as possible, he undid the band-aid around his neck, released the ants inside. Soon ants covered his whole body. Shinyi turned into an ant warrior again because he is now in a hurry to save an important partner. It wasn't that long ago, Nami's bus was attacked. The murderer is a newly mutated dragonfly bug beast. Nami looked up in horror. The monster had entered the car. She was so frightened that she hurried to hide behind the seat. Dare not make a sound. The dragonfly only saw a carload of corpses. I don't seem to have discovered the existence of Nami. After a long time, Nami found nothing unusual. So he got up the courage to look out, and the dragonfly has left. He knows it's still dangerous outside, but just as he was about to call the police, a droplet of mucus landed on his phone from above. Nami slowly raised her head. The monster was right on top of his head. I saw him staring at Nami with squinting eyes. "Little sister, are you looking for me?" As soon as he finished speaking, he opened his bloody mouth to Nami. When Nami woke up again, I found myself lying in a pile of dead people. It's not just the bodies of the people in the bus. The bodies of the dragonfly's former comrades were also stored here by him. At this time, Nami was already trembling with fear. What the hell is going on? At the same time, a strange sound came from outside. Nami looked up curiously and looked outside the warehouse. She felt something approaching rapidly. Sure enough, it didn't take long. A green claw landed in front of Nami's eyes. The person coming is the dragonfly beast who just fought against the purple-haired captain. After Nami found out, she quickly lay down and played dead. Dare not make a sound. The dragonflies who just finished the battle are exhausted. He must replenish some strength now. He walked up to a pile of corpses. Squatting down, he picked up the food in front of him. At this moment, Nami didn't know what the dragonfly beast behind her was up to. However, the next second, the dragonfly bit off the head of a corpse. The mouth keeps chewing. This cruel bug beast has been deeply infatuated with this alluring taste. Nami only reacted when she heard the voice. It turns out that this monster is eating people. The body of the dragonfly beast that regained its strength evolved again. He ate more than a dozen before patting his stomach and burping. After eating and drinking, the dragonfly is ready to leave here. Nami knew she had to find a chance to escape. Otherwise, it will be eaten sooner or later. However, at this moment, I don't know who called him. The phone vibrated. At this moment, Nami did not know. A small vibration actually attracted the attention of the dragonfly beast. He took out the phone and looked. It was Shenyi who called. After learning that Nami was temporarily safe, Shenyi was finally relieved and promised to rescue him. However, at this time, the dragonfly beast has slowly walked towards Nami's side. Nami, who just hung up the phone, seemed to sense the danger as well. When he turned around, he realized the dragonfly is looking at itself with cannibalistic eyes. "You are so dishonest, little brat." As soon as he finished speaking, he lifted Nami into the air, and he looked at Nami crying and begging for mercy. Not only was there no compassion at all, but he was also very angry, because looking at Nami's expression, he remembered how he looked when he was being bullied again. The captain was choking him like this. The angry dragonfly took Nami for a captain. "I will eat you bite by bite." Nami was suddenly scared and screamed. The dragonfly beast pulled Nami in front of her little by little. "Shenyi, where are you? Didn't you say you would save me?" But what he was waiting for was the bloody mouth of the dragonfly beast. But just as he was about to swallow Nami, he was suddenly hit in the face by a black fist. It was Shenyi, the black ant. He broke the dragonfly's hand, holding Nami in front of her chest. The hit body of the dragonfly flew backwards uncontrollably. Nami slowly turned her head. "I saw the appearance of black ants. Is this person Shenyi?" At this time, the dragonfly beast that was suddenly disturbed by Yaxing was very angry. The arm that was broken by Shenyu not only grew back, it's even bigger than before after seeing this. Shenyu also took out the ant captain who controlled the doppelganger. He threw the captain aside. The black ant clone instantly appeared. After seeing this, the dragonfly beast raised its arm and aimed at Shenyi. Shenyi ordered the doppelganger to protect Nami. I rushed towards the other party. The dragonfly pulled the trigger without hesitation. Facing these flying bugs, Shenyi did not take them seriously. On the way to run, Shenyi can easily crush them. However, the doppelganger behind him was also attacked. Fortunately, Nami was not hurt inside. Facing Shenyi who is attacking him, the dragonfly was not afraid. With compound eyes, he can easily dodge Shenyi's fist and can also make an effective counterattack. Shenyu can also block the opponent's retaliation. You come and go when the two fight. The battle was intense. However, Shenyi still has rich combat experience. He was on time. Grab the dragonfly's head and smash it to the ground. The soldier turned dragonfly suddenly felt bad, pointing the cannon at Shenyi while getting rid of control. Shenyi can't hide. Several bugs penetrated his body. This blow directly beat Shenyi to spit blood. Look at the dragonfly beast. It has already flown into the air. Shenyi, who has no flight ability, has no way to do this. I saw the dragonfly beast waved its hand. Several small insects instantly surrounded Shenyi in the middle. Then they simultaneously launched an attack on Shenyi. Shenyi was directly broken by these bugs. The doppelganger on the side didn't panic at all after seeing this. Nami inside doesn't know what happened either. At this time, the severed upper body of Shenyi is turning into little ants. The dragonfly doesn't notice this. I thought I had one, however, the next second, Shenyi actually appeared behind him, and then he raised his big steel paw and swung it at the dragonfly. It was too late for the dragonfly to hide. This time, the dragonfly beast flew dozens of meters away. Hit the wall hard. Shenyi takes advantage of the victory to pursue. Want to get rid of each other in one go. Unexpectedly, the dragonfly beast not only adjusted its state, and also launched a counterattack against Shenyi. Unfortunately, Shenyi can only temporarily passively defend at the same time. He gave the clone the order to gather. In the next second, countless black ants gathered behind the dragonfly beast. At first, the dragonflies didn't take them seriously, but more and more of these things. Finally, they lunged at the dragonfly like demons. When the smoke clears, Shenyi thought things would end there, but he found that only one of the dragonfly's broken legs was left on the ground. When he turned around, he realized the dragonfly has broken through the roof and flown into the distance, and he also left here with Nami. After seeing this, Shenyi took a leap to the roof, but now the dragonfly was getting farther and farther away from them. Shenyi couldn't help but blame the doppelganger on the side. What else can you do besides eat? There's so much I can do. After saying that, the doppelganger attached to Shenyi's back. Then Shenyi gained a pair of black wings and flew in the air. After a few minutes, they're getting closer and closer to the dragonfly. And yet, that is the plan of the dragonfly, watching the enemy get closer and closer. And the dragonfly let go, throw Nami away. Then he starts to gather energy in his arms, aimed at the falling Nami. The moment Shenyi arrived to catch Nami, the dragonfly beast fired energy cannons at the two without hesitation. Fortunately, Shenyi responded quickly enough, evaded the attack of the dragonfly beast. When he looked back at the enemy, the dragonfly was found to have been submerged in thunder and lightning. It turned out that the purple-haired captain of the Reaper squad chased him here. The dragonfly turned to ashes in a whale. After solving the dragonfly beast, the purple-haired captain turned his attention to Shenyi, the black guy in front. "You'd better not hurt that girl, or I'll make you look like that guy just now." But Shenyi had no reaction to this. "Do you think I dare not take action because you have a hostage in your hands?" The voice just fell. The purple-haired captain raised his fist and rushed towards Shenyi. However, Shenyi did not intend to dodge. He just took the punch from the purple hair while being sent flying by the purple hair. Shenyi threw Nami in front of the other party with force. After seeing Nami caught by the other party, Shenyi suddenly sped out of here. Captain Purple Hair can only send Nami to the ground first after putting on his own clothes. Captain Purple has unleashed the Thunderbolt Chakra again. Then he chased in the direction where Shenyi fled. When Nami woke up, I happened to see two people fighting in the air. At this moment, Shenyi was obviously at a disadvantage. Facing the attack of Purple Hair, Shenyi had no intention of fighting back. The purple-haired captain knows that the opponent's strength is not inferior to his own. "You can only defend. Are you looking down on me?" While speaking, he threw another heavy punch at Shenyi. This punch directly hit Shenyi from the air to the ground. Shenyi did not expect that the other party would have such powerful strength. After the purple hair landed, it slowly walked towards Shenyi. "You're not really trying to protect that kid, are you? That girl is my friend. Is there anything wrong with me protecting her? That dragonfly killed over 300 people yesterday. You said you were protecting humanity. Do you think I will believe the nonsense of your bug beasts?" After saying that, Z Hair raised her fist and rushed towards Shenyi again. But just as Captain Purple Hair's fist was about to land on Shenyi's face, someone suddenly stopped him from behind. It turned out that Nami, who woke up, came here. "Please don't hurt my friend anymore. Is my sister a soldier of the Reaper squad? He is a hero who specializes in hunting bug beasts and saving mankind. But the person opposite you is also a bug beast killer. He also saved me more than once," Nami said as she walked towards Shenyi. He blocked Shenyi with his body. "So please don't hurt my friend anymore. See the way Nami behaves." Purple Hair grabbed his shoulder. "What are you saying? That guy is a bug beast that kills humans. Although it looks like it is saving you, but who knows if he has any other purpose? Did he threaten your family? Yes, you wink with me. I can help you." However, things are not what Captain Purple Hair thinks. "This black guy is my friend. Don't hurt him." But no matter what Nami says, Captain Purple Hair doesn't want to believe it. Because Captain Purple Hair knows. Insect beasts created to protect humans. It has been killed by them. Shenyi was taken aback after hearing this. "Do you also know the castle plan? But from what you said, you don't seem to know much." At this time, Captain Purple Hair didn't want to talk nonsense with Nami either. "You go up, otherwise you will get hurt." Nami wanted to keep blocking. Unexpectedly, a large hand was placed on his shoulder. "Enough, Nami." Nami heard this voice so familiar. When he turned around, he realized the Black Ant Warrior is slowly taking off his armor. His true identity is Shenyi, whom Nami has a crush on. "Leave the rest to me. Thank you, Nami. I know the castle plan you're talking about, and I am subject 1 in the plan, the other side." Yunhui and the Ladybug Beast are coming in Shenyi's direction. Yunhui seems to have found something, suddenly stopped the Ladybug Beast running forward. When they stopped to take a closer look, Shenyi was caught by someone from the Reaper department. The two of them will turn on the insect instantaneously after seeing this. "I'm in charge of the purple hair. I'll leave the rest to you." But the Ladybug's voice just fell. He was hit in the face by a mini black fist. He thought it was another favor and was dissatisfied with himself. But when the two looked down, they found it turned out to be a little black ant. The little ants left a message in the air that Shenyi brought them. "Let them not be nervous, just follow behind secretly." Tsunami and the others got on the car back. Shenyi and the dragonfly beast were locked in the trunk. The purple-haired captain reported the matter here to the headquarters. "We caught the black ant alive. Public interrogation immediately upon arrival." Asked the headquarters to prepare the room in advance. Soon they arrived at their destination. Nami and the ladybug beast also came here secretly. They were both curious. What kind of medicine did Shenyi sell in the gourd? After the purple-haired captain brought the two back to the headquarters, they were first greeted by a group of healthcare workers. "Please take care of this girl. She was a survivor at the scene of the accident." After getting rid of Nami, they took Shenyi to another room. Looking at Shenyi, who was taken away, Nami obviously felt a little uneasy. Shenyi handed him a reassuring look. "I'll take you to the interrogation room. I hope you can cooperate well." Nami also met an old acquaintance on the way to the infirmary. It turns out that the long-haired captain is also here. Captain Longhair is taking care of his wounded comrade, but his teammates were yelling at him and were very dissatisfied because they are studying. He wanted to transplant the arm of the bug beast onto his body. "You should know me best, don't you?" At that time, my most proud disciple accepted the bug beast gene. What else do you say this is done to protect humanity? He never saw the student again after that. Although I am now disabled, but I still can't accept the power of bugs. My beliefs will not change. The long-haired man no longer discouraged after listening, as expected of you. One arm and one leg doesn't change your beliefs. Don't worry, even if it's me, you're no match for me. While talking, the long-haired man received a call. After hanging up the phone, he hurried out of the ward. Soon he saw Shenyi opposite him. Are you the same kind of killer black ant? After listening, Shenyu just looked at the other party and did not speak. Senior is also here. Is the guy with you okay? I still care more about the person you brought back than him. Not only do you know the castle plan, he might even be subject one. Soon they took Shenyi to the interrogation room. A group of middle-level cadres are also more concerned about this. I originally thought subject 1 was the woman in the photo. I didn't expect it to be you, the child, according to our understanding. The king of bug beasts is also the result of the project. Are you the same as that guy? Although I don't remember much about my childhood, but I'm not the same as him. I know what kind of person he is. He's subject 2. It's a mixture of the most powerful insect and ant projects. Now, the leader of the Celestial Worm organization. What was his motive? Now, even the top cadres don't know the purpose of his existence. I just know that guy is strong and we are brothers. I was surprised to hear these two people. In that case, you should know his location. Can you show us the way? Don't worry, I've called the management here. Coming soon. The long-haired man was surprised again when he heard Shengi's words. At this moment, an important person came to the door of the interrogation room. This person is Mr. King from the top of the Reaper department. It's really Mr. Kim. Why are you here? I'm here to see little friend Shenyi. Soon the long-haired man was notified, immediately stopped the interrogation of Shenyi. Are you kidding? Is something wrong outside? Shenyi's expression was indifferent, as if everything was expected. By this time, Mr. Jin had arrived at the room of the middle-level cadres. Everyone stood up to show respect for Mr. King. Don't be nervous. I am not the protagonist today. Our representative is back. Everyone is welcome. The voice just fell. A small old man entered the room. Mr. King is also very respectful to him, and this person turned out to be Shenyi's grandmother. He turned out to be the representative of the Reaper squad. I came to see my lovely grandson. I don't know if he has eaten yet. At this time, an announcement suddenly came on the radio. Tell them to stop interrogating Shenyi immediately. The long-haired man couldn't help but be furious after hearing it. What are you doing outside? It turned out that Shenyi's grandmother had already seen them outside. My grandson is not wronged, is he? The staff at this time also realized. The black ant inside turned out to be the grandson of the old lady. The long-haired man also heard the voice of the agent outside. They were both curious. Why did the agent suddenly come here at this time? Did you call the person after Shenyi heard his grandmother's voice? He ordered the black ant to untie his shackles. Excuse me, I have to unravel this thing. When the purple-haired captain saw this, he immediately released the lightning chakra, warned Shenyu not to mess around. I'm doing it for your own good, otherwise, Grandma will be sad to see you. As she spoke, Grandma arrived at the door. My precious grandson, are you really here? Come and let Grandma see. Shenyu also obediently bent down after seeing his grandmother. Let Grandma greet him. The already confused captain is even more confused. Does this mean that the representative also knew about the plan? The boy has a lot of questions, doesn't he? I'll figure it out for you, but let's eat first. Can't let my grandson go hungry. You have a share too. Soon several people came to the restaurant. The boss in the eyes of the long-haired man, Mr. Jin. I can only stand by the old lady obediently. There's no intention of sitting down at all. Shenyu doesn't care so much, eating Grandma's delicious food. After eating and drinking, Grandma is ready to get down to business. I know you want to know about the castle plan. Let me tell you a little bit about what happened before the castle project. 18 years ago, I was just a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. At that time, Mr. Jin was just my secretary. I was talking to my baby boy today. He's a law enforcement officer, like his father. On this call, he said he was about to get a promotion. After receiving this news, Mr. King and I were very happy for him. But not for long. Colleagues told him that there was a murder not far away. After receiving the task, the son immediately set off for the scene. She hung up on me. But when he arrived at the scene, it turned out that the perpetrator was a monster. Holding a colleague's head in his hand, my son immediately fired several shots at the opponent. But these bullets didn't hurt the monster at all. At the same time, his actions also angered the monster. The next second, the monster pounced on my son with blood-red eyes. Although he keeps fighting back, but in the end, he died tragically at the hands of the monster. I cried my heart out at the funeral. I didn't expect to let me, a white-haired person, send a black-haired person in the end. I later learned from the coroner The death of my son was not done by humans. I was so angry at the time. I gave Secretary Kim an order that must be completed. No matter what, the murderer of my son must be found. However, a few days later, a few people in white trench coats came to the front of my company. Secretary Kim said, "There are a few guests coming. I didn't want to see you, but they said it was about killing my son. So I made an appointment to meet these mysterious people. They said it was a bug that killed my son. I didn't believe them at the time. How can humans be killed by tiny bugs?" But then he took the picture out of his pocket. "These are the bugs that kill people. Where did you find these strange photos and what do you do?" "I'm Dr. King who's planning a fight against bugs. I hope you can fund our project. In return, we will find the murderer of your son and get rid of it. Although I really want to avenge my son, but it's hard for me to believe what you say. Then please take a look at our research results." The voice just fell. A red monster opened the door and walked in. "So this is our subject 0. You can call it a red ant." This scene scared the old lady enough. I almost had Secretary Kim call the police. However, Dr. King said that the red ant is the hope of mankind. I saw it slowly lose its armor, revealed human appearance. "I'm Dr. King's daughter, Shen Jing. I hope the old lady can sponsor us. It's not hard to find your son's killer with my current abilities. To avenge his son, the old lady has already made plans to cooperate. Let me think about it. I'll reply to you in 3 days. I know you don't know much about our project. For more details, you can visit my laboratory." A few days later, the old lady drove to the doctor's base, but I didn't find out until the two got off the bus. The laboratory mentioned by the doctor is so simple. Both began to wonder if they had come to the wrong place. It didn't take long for the doctor to come out of it. "Inside, please. Let me show you some of my research." Then the two followed the doctor into the laboratory. They found many specimens of bugs hanging on the walls. The old lady is curious why she didn't see your daughter. The doctor says she's getting ready to show you a combat demonstration. "Battle demo. What was it?" "It was the battle between Shen Jing and the bug beasts. You'll know when you take a look." The old lady slowly walked forward. Through the glass, she saw the silence ready to fight. And in the room in front of Shen Jing, there was a terrifying bug beast. With a quiet nod, the father outside flipped the switch, opened the room where the bug beast is held. But it doesn't seem to be a bug beast that came out. It was a human with a broken arm. "Didn't you say the opponent was a bug? What's going on here? It's about to start. Please take a closer look and you will know." At this time, Shen Jing was releasing the ants in her body. Countless red ants crawled out of the hole in his neck. They soon covered Shen Jing's whole body, formed a hard armor. The bug beasts on the opposite side also began to insect. "As long as you can beat me, you can get out of here." At this time, the bug beast has also completed its transformation. Issued a piercing scream, Grandma finally believed what the doctor said. "Was my son killed by that guy?" As she spoke, Shen Jing had already scuffled with the bug beast. The battle between the two stunned Grandma. I saw the bug beast waving its huge claws and smashing towards Shen Jing. Shen Jing jumped into the air. The body keeps rotating and accumulating energy. I didn't wait for the bug beast to react. Shen Jing kicked it flying out, but when he lands smartly, the body suddenly feels unwell. However, the bug beast on the opposite side did not give him a chance to breathe. He threw the wind blade directly at Shen Jing. Seeing that the bug beast's attack is right in front of you, fortunately, in the last second, Shen Jing's body regained its ability to move. He raised his fist and rushed towards the bug beast not far away. The bug beast that just reacted wanted to hide. It was obviously too late. Shen Jing also hit him directly in the face without mercy. This time, the bug beast directly hit the ground. Then raindrops of fists fell on the bug beast's body. This scene scared the old lady to death. "The way you said is to use monsters to fight monsters. My daughter is different, far from harming humans, and also regarded the bug beast as an enemy because that's her food. The countless ants in Shen Jing's body need to ingest bug beasts as nutrients. Otherwise, the ants will backlash against the host." The old lady obviously couldn't accept it after hearing it. At this time, Shen Jing forcibly pulled off the other arm of the bug beast, and he raises his leg to give her the fatal blow. This time, the bug beast's corpse was directly separated. Eat it up. With a quiet order, the ants have left its body. It's all going towards the bug beast's corpse. However, in the next second, Shen Jing could no longer hold on. The body collapsed uncontrollably on the ground. The old lady thought it was a side effect of transformation. However, the doctor said that Shen Jing was the cause of the pregnancy. "How dare you let a pregnant girl be the experimental subject?" As she spoke, the old lady grabbed the doctor's collar angrily. "Are you still human? She's your daughter? Even if it's to catch the murderer of my son, I wouldn't agree with you letting this kid go on an adventure either, and I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't work with someone like you." At this time, Shen Jing, who had just come out, stopped the angry old lady. Please stop blaming my father. I volunteered. My husband was also killed by a bug beast. At that time, I was also blinded by hatred, and she didn't know she was pregnant at that time, but I don't regret it now. I can't let my children live in a world infested with bugs. So please fund this ... for the children, please. You could tell by the old lady's expression that he was moved. Then he looked at the doctor. I agreed to sponsor you, but my only request is not to burden the children. Don't put him in danger. Don't worry, she's my daughter. For a long time to come, Grandma lives with Shenjing. Secretary Jin was sent out, looking for a host that can become experiment one. They get funded PhDs to do science. Shenjing's belly is also getting bigger and bigger. Finally, the baby's cries came from the delivery room on this day. Grandma was so excited that she hugged the baby and shed tears. Has this little guy got a name yet? Already up. His name is Shenyi? The little guy took his mother's last name. Our little Shenyi is so cute. Grandma looked up and saw that the doctor seemed to be in a daze at the window. Why don't you come and see what the child is doing standing there? And when he turned around, Grandma realized there was a child in his arms. This little guy is called Shenzan. It's Shenyi's younger brother. Time flies. In the blink of an eye, both little guys are already 5 years old. These two naughty guys often kicks the leather ball in Grandma's face. Grandma spent more time with them than Mom did all these years. Today, I must open your butts. After saying that, Grandma chased the two children around. When they were tired from running, they snuggled up in their grandmother's arms to rest. At this time, Shenzan raised his head and asked his grandmother, "When will Mom come back?" Shenyi also pouted and muttered, thinking of his mother. "You really can't help it. I'll take you to the lab in 2 days." When Grandma came to the laboratory, she suddenly received a shocking news. Staff say the killer of his son has been found. Recently, this bug beast has killed more than 60 humans. The wound is the same as your son's. At this time, my mother just came here after work. Tell me the location of the bug beast. Ready to go now? The old lady grabbed him. Can you not go? What will happen to the child when you leave? I always remember the promise with my grandmother. Don't worry, I'll catch that guy and come back safely. Thanks to your funding, our experimental technology is fully mature. But no matter what Mom says, Grandma held onto his hand until his mother said she would tell him a secret. Then the two came to a place with no one. One night not long ago, the two little guys watched the cartoon with relish. The content is that tiger warriors hunt monsters. After seeing the weapon held by the tiger, Shenzhan's eyes immediately lit up. Then Shenzhan turned to look at his mother, hoping to get the same weapons as the tiger warriors. Mom has promised to take him to buy it tomorrow, but Shenzhan still refused to give up. At this moment, my mother's attention was on Shenzhan. No change in Shenyu was found, until Shenyi used a black ant to conjure up a tiger blade and walked in front of him. When my mother saw it, her jaw dropped in shock. Shenzhan, who got the tiger blade, was very happy. Run to the side and play. It wasn't until he turned around that he realized Mom actually held Shenyi tightly in her arms, saying sorry while crying. This is the secret Mom told Grandma. Grandma was also taken aback. Is Shenzhan okay? Later, I took Shenzhan for a checkup. No abnormalities were found. The reason why I told you in advance, it's because I was afraid that Shenyu would suddenly scare you when I wasn't there. How come? How can a grandmother be frightened by her grandson? You must come back safely. I don't want to lose you as a daughter anymore. It turns out that the two have lived together for so long. Grandma has long regarded Shenjing as her own daughter. A few days passed in the blink of an eye. Grandma is taking a nap. The two naughty bags don't want to disturb Grandma's rest. Shenzhan thought of a good idea. Let's play a trick on Uncle Fail. Then the two went to the experimental hall, lie down at the window and watch the blue ant transform inside. This is an important stage in the transformation of the blue ant. As long as it succeeds, it can become the No.1 experiment. The compliance rate of ants has broken the previous record, reached 70%. The two children also watched with relish. It was at this time that Shenzhan also had the idea of becoming a bug beast warrior. It didn't take long for the blue ant's compliance rate to drop significantly. In the end, he failed. Obviously, he was also very unwilling afterwards. The assistant analyzed the cause of the failure for the blue ant. If you can't successfully transform, then he can't be subject one either. I gave up my career as a professional boxer for your plan. Isn't it your fault I didn't succeed? Ants colonizing you is already a big deal. The next transformation is up to you. We can't help anyone. The blue ant doesn't want to listen to him anymore, turned and left the laboratory. But as soon as I walked to the door, I saw these two little guys. Why does the uncle always fail to transform? As expected of a failed uncle, you are not as good as my brother. He will turn into a tiger blade for me to play with. At this time, Shenzhan had long forgotten what his mother said to keep secret. Soon a few people came to a place where no one was there. Blue Ant didn't expect what these two little guys said to be true. How is it? I didn't lie to you, did I? My brother is much better than you. This also dealt a deep blow to the blue ant's self-esteem. He slowly walked up to Shenyi, lift him up high. Tell your uncle how you did it. But Shenyi couldn't tell the reason after thinking for a long time. This made the blue ant, who was in a hurry to transform, furious. Damn it, you say it. I saw my brother being bullied. Shenzan took the tiger blade and slashed at the uncle. Just at this moment, several medical personnel hurriedly passed by from behind. What did you say? Subject 0 is back from injury. Several people were stunned in place after hearing it, unable to believe it, and they made their way to the infirmary. When the two arrived at the infirmary, they found that, at this time, Grandma has already cried into tears. Mom is covered in wounds, and blood kept spurting out. Don't worry, Grandma, I'm fine. The guy who killed your son has been caught by me. This is the most evil mutant bug beast in history. The red ants were also seriously injured trying to catch him. I saw two children walking towards me. The red ants dragged their badly wounded bodies and tried to hug them. But before taking a few steps, he fell to the ground. Grandma saw this and hurried to help. Grandma, I have caught the murderer of your son, and this beast has been locked in a room in the laboratory. The doctor and his assistant were shocked to see what he looked like, although he has been firmly bound. But the aura emanating from him is chilling. Is this the strongest bug beast? At this moment, no one could see the doctor's ambition. Only the bug beast inside sensed the danger. He felt that the human in front of him was even darker than himself. And my mother has been lying in the dormant compartment. I learned it from the assistant. Mom's life is not in danger due to serious injuries. It may not be able to continue to function as a red ant in the future, and Grandma remorse when she hears that. If it weren't for revenge for my son, he wouldn't be like this either. The two little guys were also crying very sadly. Grandma felt even more uncomfortable after seeing this. And that's when the doctor comes in. His face was gloomy. He looks very sad. The assistant reported Shen Jing's current situation to him. The doctor slowly came to him, didn't say a word. Grandma kept apologizing to the doctor. You can tell by looking at Grandma. He feels sorry for the child's mother. But then the doctor's words made Grandma's jaw drop. You don't have to apologize to me. I also want to thank you. If it weren't for your funding, we won't get such a scary monster either. You say yes. Grandma never imagined. A father can still laugh at this situation. Then the doctor looked at the two children. Then he reached out to take away Shenyi among them. After seeing this, Grandma hurriedly protected Shenyi in her arms. What are you going to do to your child? Shenyi is a special being born to be chosen by ants. I'm just checking his physical condition. He wants to make up for his mother's shortcomings. You lunatic, you want to use your child as your guinea pig? I won't agree. I will train Shenyi to become a human hero. And don't forget, that's my grandson. I don't need outsiders to tell me what to do with him. Watching two relatives competing for their brother, Shenjan's heart is a little uncomfortable. Watching the doctor take Shenyi away from his grandmother. In Shenjan's eyes, they only seem to care about Shenyi. I saw the doctor lift Shenyi high. This is my perfect grandson. As he was leaving, the doctor told his grandmother, Shenyi, I will put him in the basement. You can come and see him if you want. After saying that, the doctor left here. Grandma now regrets her decision very much. If I had not chosen to fund, the doctor will not be what he is now. Next, Shenjan's words hit Grandma again. It turned out that when I first learned that Shenyi had ants on him, the doctor's whispers with him were heard by Shenzan. You are the perfect experimenter in my heart. Why do you all only care about Shenyi? If I could be number one, is it also loved by everyone like Shenyi? Shenzan, what nonsense are you talking about? Don't be obsessed with that power, it's painful. But Shenzan didn't understand Grandma's words at all. I hate you all. After saying that, I ignored my grandmother's call and left without looking back. Grandma got up again and glanced back at her mother, and the ants inside became very restless. Shenzan found the blue ant. Tell each other all your dissatisfaction. Uncle wants to be one and also wants to be hugged by his family. How could I possibly be like you? I do it for honor, but no matter how hard I try, only a small number of ants can be controlled. Watch the ants in his hands disperse again. Shenzan ridiculed him again as a failed uncle. This made him very angry as well. Then he got up and punched the small tree behind him. What a 5-year-old can do, I can't do. Shenzan, who was on the side, discovered in horror. The blue ant's punch just knocked off the wasp on the tree. At this time, a few wasps have already flown towards them. Seeing this, the blue ant pushed Shenzan aside, yelling for him to get out of here. Then he waved his hand and threw the ant into the air. The ants managed to kill a few wasps, but there were still some fish that slipped through the net, bypassing the blue ant and flying towards Shenzan. Shenzan was so frightened by the scene that he raised his hands to block in front of him. But then something magical happened. These wasps all got into Shenzhan's body. Seeing this, the blue ant also hurried forward to check his situation. And then the unthinkable happens again. The wasp that just got into Shenzhan's body actually flew out again. After a long time, Shenzan got up and walked towards the blue ant. Uncle, I feel very hungry. My body itches. The blue ant is also concerned about the inquiry. Should I take you to the hospital? But Shenzan thought of a better idea. I'm going to show off to Grandpa. I want to be a guinea pig too. On the other side, Shenyu is locked in an empty room. The doctor is observing his ant control proficiency. I saw that Shenyu gathered all the ants on his fingers. Then a knife appeared in front of him. You know, Mom's red ants only obey 97% of the time. The obedience rate of Shenyi's black ants reached 99.9%. But every time I play with ants, Shenyu will feel very hungry. The ants will torture him inside. After listening, the doctor prepared a bug beast's arm for Shenyi and told Shenyi to try to make the ants eat him. With Shenyi's order, the ants quickly left Shenyi's side. It's all flowing towards the bug beast's arm. At this time, the doctor has fully grasped the characteristics of the black ant. He is different from the red and blue ants. It is a naturally formed individual in Shenyi's body. Cohesion and execution are much better than the former. The only drawback is that it is very brutal, like wild ants in the jungle. The number of ants in Shenyi's body is still very small. If they multiply to a certain extent, it is possible to be eaten by them. On the other side, Shenzan ran to the laboratory excitedly. Now I have the same strength as my brother. Mom is number 0. Brother is number 1, I am number 2. Thinking that you can become a hero too, Shenzan was extremely happy. He wanted to tell his grandfather the good news immediately, and there was no one in the room. Where would Grandpa be if he wasn't in the lab? However, at this moment, the sound of chains falling came from the room. When Shenzan turned around, he found out the most powerful bug beast actually broke free from its shackles. He's staring at himself through the glass. At the same time, there was a shrill alarm in the corridor. When the doctor and his assistant heard this, they suddenly felt that something was wrong. The doctor who responded immediately gave the order. Everyone immediately assemble on the 3rd underground floor. At this time, the strongest bug beast stared at the blood-red eyes and slowly approached Shenzan. Shenzan was so frightened that his body no longer obeyed his orders, stunned in place. The monster just pushes a little harder. The explosion-proof glass was pushed out of the crack by him. The next second, he rushed out of the room. He pounced on Shenzan. However, at this critical juncture, the blue ant suddenly rushed in. He punched the monster in the face. Although this punch repelled the monster, but it didn't actually hurt him too much, due to the low compliance rate of blue ants. His transformation was not only imperfect, it won't last long. The blue ant knows this too, so he took the initiative to attack and wanted a quick fight. At the same time, the monster also roared and ran towards the blue ant. Both gave up their defense, greet each other's faces. But soon the blue ants are at a disadvantage, beaten and spitting blood. Although the monster also ate a lot of fists, but unscathed, seeing the monster's hard tentacles about to stab him. Fortunately, he knew in advance and avoided the fatal blow, but he was still stabbed in the stomach by the other party. As a professional boxer, Blue Ant does not admit defeat. Raise your fist and fight back. Unfortunately, the monster is so much stronger than him. As a result, it was smashed to the ground by the other party. The monster didn't mean to stop. Raindrops of fists fell on the blue ant. Looking at the dying blue ant, Shenzan on the side was incomparably angry. I have clearly gained strength. Why can't I do anything? I saw him yelling at the monster, "Stop me, you beast!" At the same time, Shenzhan's body emitted a dazzling light. The monster stopped what it was doing. It's kind of interesting to look at this little guy. As the light of Shenzhan fades, the monster walked towards him little by little. If I eat you, maybe I'll become stronger. As he spoke, the monster revealed a sinister smile. Are you kidding me? Our battle is not over yet? When the monster hears the sound and looks back, spotted a mutant wasp running towards him. If he hadn't reacted quickly enough, this one can directly pierce his head. Although it escaped a fatal blow, however, the wasp still caused him a lot of damage due to their speed advantage. Now, the blue ant doesn't know why. Why did I suddenly become a wasp? When Shenzhan looked at the uncle in front of him, turns out he doesn't look like a hero. It's more like a bug beast. The blue ant didn't think anything was wrong. He rushed towards the monster again. This time he accurately stabbed the spike into the monster's body. Then he accumulated his strength and sent him flying. Obviously, the monster also suffered a lot of damage this time. But this time the wasps are more serious. Can't even stand up. The monster doesn't want to play with him anymore. Ready to send him on his way, Shenzhan on the side in order to protect the uncle. Stop the monster. I saw him reaching out his palm to the monster. I told you to stop. You stop it. With the continuous strength of Shenzhan, the monster's body twisted. In the end, he actually sucked the whole monster into his body. However, this was also a very painful thing for Shenzhan. After a long time, the doctors finally arrived here, but they didn't see the monster's figure. Instead, he saw Shenzhan's glowing little hand holding the uncle's hand. It looks like the little guy is healing the uncle whose face was full of pain a second ago. The next second revealed an intriguing smile. two mutant bug beasts suddenly appeared on the streets of America. This scene immediately attracted a lot of people to watch. Obviously, these ignorant humans didn't know how terrifying the bug beasts were at this time. Just as the bug beast raised its hand to kill the human in front of it, a blue figure suddenly appeared in front of him. Then he easily chopped off the bug beast's head. It turned out that he was the blue ant in the laboratory. At this point, he has officially become Experiment No. 2. Watching the bug beast take the hostage and fly away, the blue ant focused its energy on his arm and aimed it at him. As the blue ants eject energy, the bug beast that took the hostage was split in half in an instant. However, the building behind him was also shattered by his energy. Although the blue ants rescued a hostage, but more people died in the fire because of him. Look at what's happening in front of you. The blue ant's heart is undisturbed. After returning to the laboratory, and the doctor looked at him immediately. I learned from the assistant on the side, the operation resulted in 36 civilian casualties. I sent you out so you could exterminate the bugs, not killing humans. Are you a hero or a bug beast? The blue ant is not impressed. Accidents in action are normal. It is clear that the blue ants are enjoying their present power. After what happened 2 months ago, the blue ant feels that he has been reborn. The blue ant's original compliance rate was only 80%. It can now reach 97%. It's just that sometimes I can't control my strength. At this point, the doctor also made it clear that I don't need an uncontrollable hero. The red ant cannot move now. It seems that the only one you can use is me. Don't forget that you are only number 2. There is also subject 1 above you. It's my 5-year-old grandson. I can abandon you anytime. At this moment, the mother is holding a pot of delicious food and shouting for her to children. This is the food that Grandma carefully prepared for you. Shenyi ran out after hearing it. But why hasn't Grandma come recently? I miss her so much. Mom is also confused. Grandma hasn't been seen since the bad date with the doctor. But before leaving, she said she would continue to fund. Next time Mom takes you to Grandma's company to play, go and call Shenzan over for dinner. Just as Shenyu went out to look for Shenzan, found out that he was staying with his grandfather. At this moment, Shenzan was showing his ability to his grandfather. Just because my ability failed, Uncle successfully transformed. I can definitely be a hero too, right, Grandpa? It turns out that Shenzan's body is like an insect collecting net. Not only can it absorb the power of insects, the most terrifying thing is that he can bestow this power on humans. Everyone in the lab thought it was very dangerous. It is possible to produce a large number of bug beasts. After demonstrating their abilities, Shenzan's long-awaited hug finally fell on his head. But then his grandfather's words made Shenzan's mood drop to a low point again. You can't be a hero because you are a failure. All this was seen by Shenyu not far away. Soon night falls. 2 little guys are lying in their own beds. But Shenzan didn't feel any sleep. He slowly sat up. Then he quietly came to Shenyi. At this moment, the mother who was about to fall asleep was suddenly awakened by Shenyi's scream. So he hurried to the child's room. The scene in front of him suddenly made his eyes widen. I saw that Shenzan was using his ability against Shenyi. Absorb the black ants in his body. As long as you can get the power of ants, then I can be a hero too. But he was greeted by a resounding slap from his mother. Then he angrily questioned Shenzan. What are you doing? Why did you attack your brother? I just want to have the same power as Shenyi. I wanted to be a hero. It's a painful thing to have ants living in your body. Why should you be envious? When you learn that you don't have ants on you, Mom is really happy for you. So let's just be normal people. Sure enough, no one likes my abilities. Grandpa was right. I was a failure. After saying that, Shenzan ignored his mother's call. Ran out, but he just ran to the door. I found out that my grandfather came here. It turns out that he can see everything that just happened in the house clearly on the surveillance. I'm here to take Shenzan away. Never let Shenyu get hurt in the slightest. After saying that, he sent someone to control Shenzan. Before leaving, Shenzan reluctantly looked back at his mother. Mom wants to keep him, but there's nothing she can do. The doctor arranged for Shenzan to be quarantined in a separate room before gaining the ability to control him. Never allow Shenzan to leave the room. The doctor announced the rules to control Shenzan coldly. At this moment, Shenzan felt that he had been abandoned by his family, and he felt that he was not a failure. It's the only thing that's perfect.